If you heard that notification, that was on my end. Don't worry. Hold on, just give me a second. Don't worry, guys. Norton 360 for gamers has let me know that I'm insured. And you might say, why do you even have Norton? Aren't they like horrible for antivirus? I mean, I don't know. I think, what's that other one? Kaspersky? I think that one's worse. But I'm not really over here singing the praises of Norton. Is Norton the one who has the, insane CEO? I know a lot of tech CEOs are kind of insane. But I think Norton's is, like, extra so. I can't remember exactly why. Was he the one who got, like, caught up in a drug trafficking trade in Mexico or something like that? And then tried to, like, flee everything? Or like, got arrested and said, don't you know who I am? I run Norton or something. Like, there was some antivirus where that happened. I don't know if it was Norton 100%. But it's definitely what I've got right now. But only because it came free with my computer, which is crazy because I thought Norton was a paid-for antivirus software. But maybe that's back when they had the goodwill of man to go off of, and now they've lost that, so they don't really have much of an option. Anyways, welcome in, everybody. Well, hold on. Let's do like the... I haven't been completely honest with you. And I would like nothing more than transparency betwixt us. I said I was going to stream yesterday. I wasn't here. What happened? Did I die? Very apt question to ask me. I did not, luckily. Was I sick? Was I just, like, not feeling it? I guess kind of the not feeling it, but it was more like my roommate's recently kind of been going through a little bit of a medical health issue, we'll say, that's left him mostly bedridden for the past couple days. So she's kind of been like a lot. It feels weird to shirk responsibilities and just go stream while there's somebody who actually like needs my help that I live with. You know what I mean? So that's kind of why I've been a little bit more radio silent this week than most. But that's probably, it's getting close to being behind us. Like the prescription medicine's on the way, should be all good. And then we'll be all back to the normal schedule. But I felt like playing Monster Hunter, so I didn't want to miss any Munter, because I love slicing big men. Sign me up. But anyways, I don't want to, like, go too deep into that, because it's not really my story to tell. Hold on one second. Maybe the air just kicked on and something happened with my door, but I just heard something at my door. That was muted. You know, just the air conditioning kicked on, and my door wasn't fully closed, so the draft just caused it to shut. But I really thought that I was about to, like, get killed or gutted or something like that. But anyway, so that's just kind of why the variety was a little bit put on hold this week. It's not going to be a plan going forward. In fact, it wasn't even a plan for this week. But unfortunately, when life happens, you got to roll with the punches. And if there's one thing I'm good at, if there's one thing my rotund, obese body is good at, it's rolling with it. Hold on, sorry, I'm just getting more likes on my TikTok. You know how it is. I mean, it's just so hard when you're famous and everybody, like, wants to be you. And I walk into a Starbucks and everybody says, you can cut in front of me, you can go in front of me. No, please, please. It's just like, guys, it's embarrassing. I'm just like, I'm one of you. Just better than all of you. All right. So, today on the agenda, I believe we have the Fated 4 in the running. Should be somewhere around here. We have the other ones. Yeah, Glavenus, Astalos, and Gamma. The names are awesome, by the way. Great Glavenus again, Alas, Astalos again, and Grown, Gammoth again. We already got Man Mizutsune out of the way. Why? I'm just the kind of guy who needs to go for Mizu first. So I think that we're good just to go, like, right into Glavenus. No warm-up, no nothing. I mean, that's just the kind of guy I am. Glavenus probably has bleeding as an effect, but, like, I don't even care. That's kind of how messed up in the head I am. I'm just like a different creature than the rest of them. So I think I'll just be good. Anyways, so should be fine going forward. Hopefully, I don't know. It turns out it's pretty hard to maintain a consistent streaming schedule when you work a 9 to 5. I understand why so many streamers did this shit when they were like in high school, because in high school you can show up on 2 hours of sleep throughout the entire day and still get an A on your way home. It's all about making sure you've learned. Hold on. I'm reading. I don't know. We'll just start out with more gas in the tank. That can never go wrong. That's why I like to overfill mine past the F line on my tank, just so I can go extra fast. Should be good. Sorry, I also hear people below me, but I think it's just like they're talking about renovations. If I had to guess, somebody else just moved out, and so the construction team is taking over and is about to start renovating an apartment underneath me, which means you guys might get some salted slices at the construction site ASMR. POV, you are next to me, and underneath us is there's maintenance going on. Babe, what's wrong? You hardly touched your dinosaur chicken. Boom, boom. Just the loudest thuds of all time. There's something about a microphone. I don't know what it is. Granted, I mean, like, you could say that I'm just ignorant to how microphones work, and you'd probably be correct. They love picking up background noise crystal clear, and then somebody talking right in front of them, they go, well, just cut that out. They don't need to hear all that. They'd get bored if they just heard your voice, so it's probably best if we just cut that one. Now we got more. We were running low on whetstones. I probably should have topped up on them a while ago. Now, if I remember right, there's honestly something we should change. No, we have, oh yeah, the greaves. The greaves we never upgraded to the high rank ones. Oopsies. We could probably use better greaves than what we had, if I had to guess. Do I get to see all of them with rainbow? This is it with rainbow. That sucks. That's horrible. They can do better. Well, maybe, hold on. Maybe only a high rank one's shade. So let's go all the way up here. I'll say it. If this is with the rainbow gradient on it, I'm not impressed. I'm really not. Which one's this one? Mafu Mofu? Yeah, whatever you say, man. Yeah, it's exactly what I was thinking. We're looking for our hold, because I feel like it's probably worthwhile. There's Hermitar, which means Centaur's got to be coming up close. Hold on, I don't think I can read. Oh, they're there. All we're missing is a carapace, and does it tell me where I get those? I'm assuming we'd have to go hunt the Centaur again for that. Okay, fine. That'll be our warm-up before we go dive off the deep end. Did you see Streamer University? No, like, well, I remember there was some kind of drama when the announcement of who was in it happened. And that was the last I heard of it. Do I know what the drama was? Not at all. Because, like, no offense, I didn't even sign up for it. I wasn't in it. Why would I care what's happening with it? Unless, of course, the kind of controversy was everybody who went to it is, like, dying or something. In which case, that's a controversy I probably care about a little bit more. Now, you remember that time where I said we'll do a Centaur before we go do the Glavenus? I kind of forgot to change the quest, so we'll just go do Glavenus. We'll just raw dog him first. But why? Did something absolutely insane happen? Or is it like it's actually started up now and it's just, like, peak content? I figure it has to be one of the two, right? I mean, that's kind of the weird part about streaming, is there's so much talent out there that I think it's just completely undiscovered. It might just never be discovered because it's all just a luck of the draw if the algorithm decides to favor you, which is why there's so many people trying to use AI to get into content creation, because they just think that if they spam out enough, eventually it'll get seen. Which, I mean, I understand where they're coming from, but, like, if you're not making good stuff, it doesn't matter who sees it, you know? Like, I can shit a ton of times in a street in San Francisco. That doesn't mean it's anything special. That doesn't mean even if somebody sees it, they'll like it. Promise the streamers are gonna be small, and like one person head. Hold on. So real quick, before I read the full thing, I'm gonna give my thoughts on it, uninformed. Woo! And then I'll give my informed thoughts after I read it. small streamers can mean it's like such a wide variety. As long as it wasn't only partnered streamers, I think that that's fine. Like if they were affiliate but not partner, I think that that still counts as a small streamer. That's in my mind. But I will then see what the drama is regarding it. Hold. Let me just hit pause because he's gonna be mad for a while. It's that Kaizen basically promised that the streamers are going to be small and it's going to be a platform for small streamers. And then like one person had under 500 followers. Legit, half the people had Kai's phone number on speed dial. Yeah, I mean, I wonder if it was just my charitable reading of this. And you might say that I'm being too naive. Is it was his intention to platform small streamers who genuinely like wanted to have a chance, but he realized it's very hard to find people who are just actually passionate about content creation and not just wanting to have a platform that pays them to do essentially nothing. And so because of that, damn, by the way, he totally rocked my shit into next week. My dodge timers are horrible. You want to know why? The only game I've been playing since I've been helping my roommate has been Fantasy Life. That one doesn't exactly have the most intensive combat of all time. My reflexes have been dulled, as it turns out. So that's been a little bit, I don't think that's been helping me much. That's my most charitable way I can read it. Now, is it also possible that he was just like, this is going to be very popular, so I should make something like this? Yes. It's also just insanely possible it was like a complete publicity stunt. However, I'll rather take that than somebody being like, hey guys, I'm starting a new university that helps you learn how to stream. It's $50 a month and buy like the Andrew Tate Hustlers University. I'd way rather have, oh wow, he didn't actually deliver on it being small streamers than he's trying to scam people who have a hope and a dream. Whew. I mean, realistically, like, and I'm sure that this is a horse that's been beaten to death. Wow, I am atrocious at dodging today. Holy shit. Maybe I just need caffeine. A lot of it. Whew. I honestly, am I hit? I think so. I can't tell what he's doing. No shot, I was in the animation for it. That shouldn't have counted, whatever. I know that I've said I'm now gonna hold max potions on me. If I don't have a max potion on me, we'll just cancel this quest. You could say that that counts as triple carding. It's fine. It's a big hype house, by the way, not like a place for learning. You might something, but it's, you might learn something, but it's just gonna be you goofing around with other streamers. I mean, you wanna know what you learn? Also, I totally did forget to take the big ones with me, so we'll just abandon that quest. I forgot to bring my max potions in case I did cart. Hold on, let me get more caffeine flowing through my body. That's truly what the issue must be. I think what you'll learn, though, and it's a very important lesson if you are wanting to stream, is just, like, connections are what matter the most. And most, if not all, streamers that are up and coming have some kind of connection that helps them boost forward beyond the others. Because I think at the end of the day, most people like people. And so a lot of interest just generates from you being a person and talking, because that's all people want from their streamer. I mean, preferably like a good person, not somebody who just goes live and spews nothing but vitriol and hatred. Granted, works for Asmongold. No, I'm kidding. I know that's not how Asmon started. It's just the current grift that makes him money. I know. My honest take, I really don't think that Asmongold believes 95% of the things he's saying. I think he just does it for money. Now, you could argue that, like, that's just as harmful, and it probably is. But also, I don't really interface with the guy. I would say the same thing about Hassan, most likely. I think all political streamers do it for the money more than anything else. Because if they actually cared, they'd be out doing something, not sitting in front of their computer and saying, this is why woke is bad. Yeah, if you're the lucky guy who's actually a small streamer in there, you can network with people 50 times your size. Exactly, yeah. And I mean, that is, unironically, a very good lesson to learn, is that being a baby of nepotism does help out. Like, I could probably make $1 million if somebody gave me $10 million. It sounds far less impressive when you hear the other stipulations, but if I were just to say after I got the 10 million, hey, I made $1 million on my own, which is true. After I got 10 million, nobody helped me. The fact we're gonna have Nepo baby streamers soon is crazy. Yeah, I mean, isn't it kind of like, I feel like there already are some industry plant streamers that large streamers just kind of keep streaming with to keep people up. What do you mean, just like Hassan? Well, so like, in fairness, I don't know much about Hassan's actual politics or anything like that. I just see that people dog on him 24/7. So I just figured he has very questionable takes. I've at least seen Asmon's takes. It's just the two of them are the big titans in my mind of political streaming. So like, you could say what I'm saying is uninformed, and I would agree. But I also just think that like, when you have that many viewers and you're a large political streamer, most of what you're doing is, at the end of the day, for a paycheck more than anything else, because you have that kind of audience to you. But again, I've got like nothing personally against either. I think both of them are mainly in it for the bag at this point. Because if you were really in it to try and make like a change, wouldn't you try to like run for office off of having that many supporters? Now you could say that like the argument is the system itself is flawed, sure, but the best way to change the system is from the inside, right? Like from the outside, how good's that been working for us? Spew's mostly dog shit as well as Asmon, they're both ass. I mean, my real take is just if you're live that long, I don't think you can have good information slash like good, I guess not good information, but good research before you present things, right? Like if somebody were just to send you a link and said, look at this article, you can't really fact check that article live that well, which is a scary thing to have for how people get news, because people will see you react to the article, but not the follow-up of if that article was genuine or not. And I think that that's kind of like where the big fear with live streaming as a solo political content creator comes in my opinion. They also commentate on shit as they're happening. That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't think that that's very healthy for a discussion, because you won't have all the facts as something comes out. The news sources don't have all the facts, which is why live news reporting can kind of suck ass. Because they don't know everything yet, and they're just kind of trying to like form opinions based off of that, which can then lead to misinformed information coming out. But we kind of live in a society in which you have to be the first person to break the news, otherwise nobody cares. Which, like, yet again, that's why I say I don't really judge them as people that hard, because I think it's like they are byproducts of the way that news is happening now. Holy shit, dove right into a fucking jet engine attack. Damn. It's fine, it's fine. This time we have our full heals. Exactly as I wanted it. I want to give him a little bit of something, you know? You're gonna believe something wrong, half the people in chat are gonna believe that is truth forever. That's, yeah, exactly. And that's something that I don't care what side you're on, that's just like not good. Again though, if you agree with a lot of what they say, I think it's also just like political streams end up echo chambers, regardless of who you are. Because it is exhausting to constantly have to fight for your beliefs. So I think a lot of people will take, like if somebody came in and had an argument against something one of them said, I fully believe either of them would take it in bad faith that the other person's just trying to get a reaction out of them, because there are hundreds of people who come in bad faith just trying to get a reaction out of people. It's called rage baiting, and it's all the rage right now. So like, it kind of becomes a forced echo chamber, which then means the discussion moves even further. And yet again, like I said, I don't really watch any political streamers. Why? If I'm watching a stream, I'd rather just have somebody say like, I'm gonna come, and then I'm like, hell yeah, this guy's gonna come. Rather than, you know, the current political climate of the world is, it's kind of like the Jaden Smith, where he was talking about how he wishes his friends would just talk about the current political state of the world right now. That's how I feel when people watch political streamers, because it's not really deep discussion if it's the live news coverage. I think there's spots for like live debates and stuff like that. I think that makes a lot of sense. Political rage baiting is so funny, because I'd hear boys yap about something political, I won't even listen to what they're saying, and follow up with, I don't know about all that. Yeah. No, it's so easy to rage bait somebody in politics. Yeah, that's all you have to do. You just say, I don't think that you're right on that. And they're like, what the fuck do you mean? And you have none of the burden of proof. Now, everyone's listening and they're like, wait, what if this random guy is right? What if the streamer is wrong? Hold on. He should try to defend his point here. Also, Lavinus is getting fucked up. We're gonna have to swap early. Oh my god, that was disgusting. My point is, Hassan is always doing political commentary. Asmon just started doing it. I just don't like this fake neutrality. What do you mean from me? I don't... I'm just saying, like, political streamers I don't really fuck with. I guess that's really the more point of it. And I feel like all sides are in it for money, for the most part. I'm sure there's exceptions, and maybe Asmon is one. Asmon's definitely not one. I don't believe the WoW streamer who uses a dead rat as an alarm clock. And you could say that's charged because I'm a rat. I don't believe that he truly thinks he's going to be on the front line fighting for change that he believes in, you know? So I definitely agree with that one. YouTube chat's getting freaky. Hey. Is YouTube the more political platform? This is a great can of worms to get into. There's one thing people love talking about is politics. If there's one thing that always ends well when people talk about it, it's gotta be politics. Oh, what a dodge. Yeah, from you, like, equating Hassan and Asmon as disingenuous. Well, I guess I'm just saying that, like, to me, as an outsider, Asmon is the #1 right-wing grifter. And Hassan, or those two TikTok guys, what are their names? Parker and Dean, I think. Those are the two, or the three that I think of when I think of, like, left-wing content. I guess it might not be a grift, though. I guess you could be right. I think right-wing grifting definitely makes more money than if you were to try on left-wing grift. But I think it's because a lot of people on the right generally sit on, like, nest eggs, which makes it easier to grift for them because they have a lot of the generational income coming their way. So I think that's why... I don't think you can ever really equate the two then, right? Because, like, left-wing grifting in general will not be as profitable. I'm not saying unprofitable, by the way. I'm just saying, like, overall, if you were to compare the amount of money somebody would make from a right-wing grift versus a left-wing grift, you're probably going to be making substantially more with the right-wing grift. It's really funny because, like, the right-wing grifters always say left-wing is definitely more profitable because most people on Twitch, I'd say, are leftists. Yeah, but that's why right-wing's more profitable. Because a lot of... Unless you're the #1. If you're the #1, like, left-wing content creator, then you'll be good. But your market's way more oversaturated. So if you just go on and say some, like, crazy shit that's more on the right-wing talking points, people are more likely to want to support you because they don't hear it from anybody else on their side. Which is why, like, Asmon's so successful. Because people are like, I like him because he says what nobody else will say. But he's just saying it because he wants money. That's the reason that nobody else is saying it, because I don't think many people actually believe video games are making women less attractive for any reason. And the thing is, Asmon was kind of funny when he wasn't political. I kind of agree, honestly. I've seen some, like, old school clips of Asmon, and it kind of surprises me that that's the same person who's going, like, all video games are now woke and they're only making unattractive women to steal money from you. And then they all use, like, the same 2 cherry-picked AAA game thumbnail screenshots to be like, eh? See that? I guess Asmon's more of a gaming right-wing grifter, though. Isn't he? I guess I don't really watch him, so I can't really say 100%. But I believe his main ones that he loves to harp on are specifically as it relates to gaming. And probably because the one time I remember him going into, like, political views, he called an entire nation something else. He plays games where women have the biggest asses. I know, but, like, if games like that exist, how could you possibly say that woke is ruining games and there's no longer attractive women? You're playing the games with attractive women. And it doesn't seem like you have any short supply of them. It just kind of seems like it's not an issue at all, actually. In fact, at work today, me and one of my coworkers, we were talking about One Piece, right? And as part of it, we were just talking about, like, what laughs are our favorite from the dubs. My personal favorite laugh, by the way, is Jesus Burgess. If you don't know how he laughs, look it up. It is so funny. I love his laugh so much. But when I looked it up, I went on incognito because I was like, well, I probably shouldn't have this on my work account history. And I looked it up. Dude, YouTube recommended me a video from Asmongold that just said women in games are no longer attractive. And it was using the same thumbnail of somebody from, I think, Horizon. I don't even remember what game it's from, but I know that that image has been circulating online for at least 5 years. Can they find a new example? Like, if you want to make the video, that's fine, whatever, get your bag, I guess. But like, can you fucking find a new example to prove that it's actually something that's happening? But you know, Asmon, I don't know if he actually is right-wing or if he's just right-wing for the money. And I couldn't tell you 100%. Again, some people would say, what's the difference? I'd say that, like, I don't know. I think all political streamers are mostly political for the money. Unless you actually see any kind of, like, activism they're doing to try and help for their cause. But I don't think a lot of them do that. And I don't blame a lot of them for not doing it. It's way easier to say things than it is to do them. That's why I sit here and say, don't do. Look, I can say killing this Glavenus will be easy, but in real life, you put me up against a giant dinosaur that's got a giant greatsword on its tail, I'm probably dying. I say probably because I like to give myself a 1% at everything. Like, could I fly? Probably not, but I haven't tried yet. Him being right-wing isn't the problem, it's him getting extreme for the money. Yeah, well, I think that's kind of how I view a lot of political streamers, is they kind of feel the need to get extreme, because otherwise if they say the same shit that everybody else is saying, no one's gonna watch them. So they kind of have to get extreme. It's gonna get to the point where the next video from Asmon is gonna be like, the government is controlling the weather to make video games woke. That's probably my favorite. Is that a right-wing conspiracy theory, or is that just like an insane person conspiracy? That the government controls how hurricanes are attacking us. I don't know if that's right-wing or if that's just insane. Granted, I wonder if you were to take, like, flat earthers, what percentage? Okay, I guess Hassan has gone on to protest. His thing's not just a hunt. No, that's why I said, okay, you actually might be right about the Hassan one, because I don't really watch him at all. That's why I was like, dang, you might have me there. Because I really don't watch him at all, and I'm not even a fan of him. The one thing about Hassan that I have to respect is the fact that he still goes live. And the reason I say that is, dude, I don't think I've seen a political streamer get clowned as hard as Hassan. Like, it's insane. I swear every 3 months, the, like, commentary YouTube scene, there's a lull in what to make. So everyone just makes a video on, like, one take Hassan had 4 or 5 months ago. And they go, all right, this can be a 45-minute video. Like, he is the content farm. So now you might say, what about with Asmon? I don't see as many videos of people talking about Asmon. I just see whenever Asmon's posted on, like, Twitter, Reddit, anywhere, people in the comments are like, this guy's just so gross. But I never see, like, the videos. Hassan, I think, is more real with it, however his blunders and opinions are ass sometimes. Yeah, I mean, I think in my mind, they've always just kind of, you know that one image from One Piece of Sakazuki versus Aokoji? And if you don't know what I'm saying because you don't know the characters' names, I can make it easier for you. There's fire on the left and, sorry, there's ice on the left and fire on the right, and the two of them are staring at each other, facing them down. That's just kind of always how I've imagined. What the? You guys? Is a building near me burning down? Hold on, that was a fire truck. Give me 1 second. Let me just make sure it's not my apartment complex that's on fire. Yo, it is not mine. But right across the street, the building is burning. Oh, well, I can't see the flames. I can see the smoke. Wait, this is my chance to be a live political streamer. Hold on. I'm hoping they all make it out of there, Chuck. I'm really hoping for that one. Well, granted, I think it's just like somebody's stove went off or something like that, because it's not a whole building on fire, but there's definitely one of the apartments you can see a ton of smoke in. Say something about the government? If only our government was more responsive to issues like this, and then we wouldn't have to worry about what's going on. This is why I'll be voting for the Green Party next election, because I don't like my vote counting. I'm sorry, you know how throughout all of school, if you went to school in the US, they teach you that your vote matters, your vote matters, your vote matters. If you vote for a party that's not like one of the main two, I'm sorry, it literally did not matter. Your vote was wasted. And I hate the two-party system we have, right? But like the other parties just don't have the kind of funding or mass campaigning. The older generation will not even know they exist. Did you see the new Dokkan unit, by the way? Dude, this would be so funny if you were like, it's Hassan. He's gonna be, no, so I'll take my L on that. I just don't think I knew anything about Hassan, really. Like I said, the only thing I 100% know is that commentary YouTubers love to have field days with him. I know that for sure. It's literally Hassan. Holy shit. Oh, also, by the way, really clean fight on the Glavenus. Hold on, let me just like make sure that like the building's fine or whatever. This is, look, I have rubberneck syndrome, okay? It's like when you see a car crash on the side of the road, you're gonna look. So hold on, let me go look real quick. All right, I'm back. Sorry. Other people's misfortune, I just had to look at it. This just proves something to me, though. When I first moved in and used my stove for the first time, I was like, man, it really smells like... And I was like, I wonder if this is set up right. And then I told myself, it's surely set up right. They wouldn't mess up setting this up. I'm gonna fully believe that the person whose apartment is on fire right now just moved in. Why? It fits my narrative, and that makes me feel better. From my research, he's spoken at one rally, which, like, all power to him, but I don't think he's actively doing it. Look, I just think that, like, clearly, I'm not informed enough to give an opinion on this. So I'm just yielding and being like, all right, I'll hold the L on that one. The one that I know about 100% is I do know that Asmon's is 100% a grift. I know that for certain. Just looking at his old content versus new content, it's so obvious that it's for money. Yeah, anyway, Dokkan, new Kefla unit. Dude, the people who are pissed off that we're getting an exchange unit instead of a Kefla unit are probably feeling like they won right now. Like, they're probably posting, it's because I complained we got an exchange unit that we're getting this Kefla. As though it wasn't even, or as though it wasn't originally the plan the whole time. So that you can have a disgusting rotation of that Kefla with the new exchange one. At least I'd imagine it's gonna be a good one. I got her my first summon. Wait, which one? The Kefla? The Kefla's already out? Hold on. Guys, we have to do a live summoning. Because when you're live on stream, they give you better odds. So that way other people feel tempted to summon. So it's pretty important that I do this one right now. Unless, of course, you are talking about the exchange one. In which case, I did my exchange summons. I got the Jiren and I got somebody else. I don't know if we'll be able to make the one that I really wanted to make. And that might just be something that I've got to hold. That might be my L to hold. We would lose both Razor Sharp and Critical Eye. We'd need 2 there and 1 on Sharpness. Okay. Well, would I feel like that's worthwhile? Now, you might be saying, why would you even be thinking of it? Because Hot-Blooded and Guard aren't good. Yeah, but then it would just be like an upgrade. And I've kind of been needing one of those. Because if you look at just simply the levels of defense that we're currently at compared to what we could be at, some things are lacking, for sure. Hunger, Bubble, and Crisis. Yep, they do those sometimes. I don't know. Dude, the Celtis armor is so fucking awesome. Also, hold on, let me just real quick ban this person. I don't think they even showed up for you guys. But I'm still gonna ban them anyways. Unfortunately for them. Why are they getting banned? Quite simple. Wait, that's what the people underneath me were probably talking about. Holy shit. They were probably like making sure that our building wasn't the one that was burning. Because the building that's directly across from us is 1 number different in terms of where the navigation would give you if you put it into like Google Map. Now, maybe my building is burning, and that's going to be a little bit... that's going to be a surprise for everybody, myself included. But I don't think that is the case, because I'd like to hope the smoke detectors they installed are, like, going to do something. Dude, hold on, let me say this bit a little bit quietly, because there are people in my apartment building that this does relate to. So somebody in my apartment, right, they let their smoke detector beep constantly. I can't imagine that, because, like, if you had to change it yourself, I'd completely understand. 100% I'd understand being like, well, I don't have the time to go change it. Maintenance is free at my apartment to call. You just call them and say, hey, I need a new battery, and they bring it and replace it for you. So, like, in what world do you just let that shit beep for fun? I just don't know. I don't know if I'd exist in that world, personally. I don't think that's me. Okay. Let's try using the usurpers just on, I guess, the Gammoth. Is the Gammoth still just going to be the same fight? Probably. What do I mean by the same fight? We don't even really notice that we're fighting him the whole time. Did you get her? No, I got, so who I have from... Yeah, because the Kefla's not out yet, right? It's just the Exchange Caulifla, I believe. Now, I did get the Hit and Super Saiyan God Goku, which I was very happy about. They were my first copy, and they just easy aid, so, like, that's pretty sick. And then the other ones I got, that's who it was. I got the Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks, which I was very happy to get, because I did not have him before. And so... Oh, that's what I mean, the exchange unit? Oh, no, I definitely did not get her. I got the Jiren, and I got the Gotenks. And I was very happy to get both of those, though. Polisher, Fisher, Lucky Cat, Specialist, Combiner, Supplier, Riser, Bomber. I don't know, man. These all suck. We'll do these two. Oh, SSJ3 LR Gotenks and Jiren, they're really good. That's why I looked at their kits and I was like, these guys look completely usable. The Gotenks looks insanely good. I have no clue how good I feel like the Jiren is, because it just looks like he's a big number unit who doesn't stack as much. You should do another rotation. I don't have many stones left, though. In terms of stones, I'm chilling at... I only have 209 stones right now. And I've done the Easy A for the Tech one, for the Tech Dokkan Fest one. Sorry, 213 stones. I just claimed my daily gifts. I guess we get the... Yeah, we need more hot drinks here. I think it's just good for us to permanently stay filled on those. Dude, did anybody notice me fighting that one? Yeah, probably save then for the anniversary in 2 months. Isn't there another celebration? Or am I crazy? Oh, it's Dragon Ball? It sure is. And God, is it glorious. Sorry if my commentary's a little off today, by the way. I'm feeling a little out of it. I've just been here schizo and I think I've had a stroke listening to all these names. Would it help if I described my favorite One Piece characters and I was like, who are niche characters I like? Oh, I like Speed Jill. I don't think anybody really thinks of Speed Jill often. I don't like Squard. I was gonna say Squard, and then I was like, actually, fuck Squard. Squard was only good because he made Edward Newgate look cooler. And, like, I don't fuck with the idea that he's only existing to lift up my mans. I do appreciate him existing to lift up, like, objectively one of the coolest characters. I'll say it. I'll say it. If hockey existed back then, there would be no question from anybody that Whitebeard is the strongest character we've seen in all of One Piece. But, like, the fact that Oda didn't know what hockey was yet because he hadn't made it up yet, meant that Edward Newgate kind of got shafted in terms of how strong he looked to people, because he would have had the most insane hockey of anybody we'd seen. I don't believe that he doesn't have hockey, yet he sure wasn't shown to be using it. And then people go, oh, but hockey was actually foreshadowed when Shanks used it boarding onto Edward Newgate's ship. As far as I'm concerned, since hockey was never named until post-time skip, what Shanks did on the ship was, like, he showed up to Whitebeard's ship unwashed, and, like, his rank foul smell was so bad that everybody on the ship fell over because hockey didn't exist yet. So you can't convince me. That shit was purely on accident. God damn. Bro, he's already got that off. Slight spoilers, the new character in the manga is stronger than Kaido. Bro, I mean, according to what we know in the show, Kaido was like, even though people called him the strongest in the world, Kizaru clearly thought Kaido was some kind of bum that anybody could beat. Why do I say that? He fought Luffy in Snake Man form and said, I see how you could beat Kaido. Snake Man wasn't even the form he used to beat Kaido. And Kizaru had full faith that, yup, Luffy could have beat him with this weak-ass form compared to Gear 5 strength. Which just means that Kaido was overhyped as hell, or Kizaru's a liar. Now, Kizaru, you could argue that he is a liar. You could also argue that he was instigating, because he is a little bit of a shit talker, but that's kind of why I like Kizaru. Kizaru's my favorite admiral right now. Why do I say right now? Isho's up there for sure. But, like, I don't think anybody could ever like Green Bull. There's nothing to like about him. The only thing he said on screen is like, you have no human rights, and then he killed some people. And then also tried to like suck off the celestial dragon, suckle from their teeth. So there's really not much to love about the bootlicker. Woo! Yeah, I'm not betting on Kaido versus Kizaru or versus Loki. Oh, is Loki the one you're talking about? I didn't know if it was, who's that new one? Gunko? Junko? I'm sorry to Oda, but her name is way too Danganronpa adjacent. Yeah, Loki. Yeah, have we seen him do anything yet? I kind of like see One Piece spoilers for the manga on my timeline from time to time. Look, I've made my complaints about it before, but I'll say it again. Why not? I don't think post-time skip One Piece deserves all the credit that it gets for being like peak fiction or whatever. I think pre-time skip was fucking awesome. It was so good. Post-time skip was like, I'm waiting for it to get good, I guess. We haven't had a single arc post-time skip. The story got a lot more serious. It got a lot more inconsistent with that seriousness, though. Like, there's a lot of character inconsistencies to me now that I don't really like much. One of the best examples I can think of is Luffy fighting Kaido and saying, now this is getting fun. When you look all the way back to Alabasta and Luffy fighting Crocodile was saying how he's not enjoying this at all, and he is fighting just to try and save the people that Crocodile is starving and forcing to live in these horrible conditions. Yet against Kaido, somebody who killed his close friends that he had met on Wano and all that kind of stuff, he's like, wow, Kaido, this is a fun duel. It's just like, it doesn't make any sense to me. It doesn't track. It doesn't feel right. Because that's not the character I've known and loved since I've started the show. And then it's also like chosen One Piece now, because everything that Luffy does is just, this is exactly as it was foretold ages ago. And I don't know, I liked this story because it wasn't some chosen one destiny thing. It was just a kid who had a dream and was working hard towards it. Who gives a shit about your hard work and dreams? You're destined to be the savior because of the fruit you ate. Your hard work and dreams mean fuck all. It used to feel like the achievements were earned from hard work, and now it's just like, yep, there's a poneglyph that said this would happen. Yep, our people had a story that said you would do this, Luffy. Well then, like, who cares? Going on for so long that there's bound to be character inconsistencies. Yeah, it's just a lot of them feel really bad to me. I don't know. I don't hate the show or anything. I just feel like, you know, when Omni-Man's looking out sadly and says, I think I miss my wife. That's kind of how I feel watching One Piece now. Because I'm like, I think I miss the Straw Hats. Because it's not about the Straw Hats anymore. He had a very special line for Usopp, which was, I'm not going to be one of the cowards anymore with you and Chopper, which is what Usopp said to Nami directly post time skip. Cut to Wano, where Oda draws Chopper, Nami, and Usopp hiding together because they're scared and weak, which is exactly the opposite of what you did an entire time skip for. And it just feels like really, really, if you like Zoro, Sanji, or Luffy the best, I think that you've still got a lot to enjoy because those characters get written. Now, does Sanji get written to like him young a bit too much? I would wager, yeah. I would definitely wager that he does. However, at least he gets written and he shows up, man. That's huge, that's huge. Yeah, I'm still totally mad Usopp still hasn't gotten a fucking sniper yet. I'd be fine if he didn't revert. I fully believe, and you're gonna say that I'm crazy, I wholeheartedly believe this. Any Slobby Water 7 Usopp was a stronger and more competent character than who we are currently seeing post time skip. Water 7 Usopp would beat the fuck out of the current Usopp we have. But he had to revert the character because he didn't feel like writing him anymore. I'm just saying, Yasov, woo, hold on. I'm about to get stepped on by a 40,000 pound mammoth. Furries be like, wait, me next, me next. But yeah, no, it's just, that kind of stuff irks me really bad. I don't like regression in writing. Unless there's a reason for the regression, right? Like if something traumatic happened and he regressed as a person because of it, that's interesting characterization. Regression for the sake of, man, the plot would be boring if I don't regress him, that shit sucks. Also, Yasov, I was gonna say is the biggest bum father of the series. There is another, and I can complain about this guy 24/7. Bro, if you are a fan of Monkey D. Dragon, you're a fan of concepts. Because Dragon might be, unironically, the largest bum of the entire series. And I'm not saying that lightly. You're gonna say he's done nothing? That's the issue. Both Kuma and Ivankov, his two best friends he started the revolution with, were trapped and needed his help to escape. This motherfucker sat behind a desk and said, damn, that's crazy. Anyways, hope you guys find a way out of that. His Dragon's son had to rescue Dragon's second in command because Dragon can't do shit for himself. What is he, a baby? Do something, man. Get up. The only time we've seen Dragon do anything is when he put his hand lovingly on Smoker and Smoker stopped trying to kill Luffy. That is the only time we've seen Dragon do a single thing in the entire show. And people are out here like Dragon's gonna be impactful. Come on. Let's look at the empirical evidence in front of us and stop being like, hold on, no, hypothetically, if this perfectly aligns, Dragon might do something by the end of the series. Yeah, he might. Also, this is just like turning into a fuck post time skip. Smoker got dropped as a character. That motherfucker doesn't exist anymore. Why? Because we have to hype up Kobe now. Kobe's the real enemy of the Straw Hats. You remember that Smoker guy? You remember how in Punk Hazard he showed up? Yeah, well, that's the last time you'll ever get to see him. And then you're gonna say, well, it's just because, like, he was too weak to deal with Luffy and the Straw Hats. Okay, then how come Tashigi keeps showing up? Well, because, if Dragon doesn't pull up with some crazy ass fucking Haki or a weather type dragon, I'm dying and dropping One Piece. Even if they try to make Dragon cool later, they really need to do some explanation for why he just let Ivankov and Inazuma rot and Impel Down. And you're gonna say because nobody had ever broken out of there before? That didn't stop his son, who's weaker than him. Didn't stop him at all, actually. Maybe he just don't fuck with him. Yeah, I mean, if it's revealed that he's, like, actually working for the world government or something like that, then I'll be like, all right, that's fair. That's why he didn't save them. If Dragon's turned into a villain, I'll give it up. I'll be like, that's a pretty good twist, and that makes a lot of sense. Well, is it a really good twist? Not really, because, like, he still saved his son, and why would he have the guy who has the fruit that's supposed to stop all of the government help against the government? It just wouldn't... It would make other stuff not pass the test as well, but... Hella Dragon could also be hella weak and just a revolutionary. Yeah, but he's like the leader, man. The leader who can't... We also know he's at least stronger than Smoker. Which, I guess early One Piece Smoker might not have been quite a bar to pass. It's just kind of like on the floor. Even though Logias used to be the most broken fruits in all of One Piece. Until they came up with Haki, which then made Logias seem like nothing but a disadvantage. Because who cares that you're made out of an element when people just punch you normally? Oh wow, this is molten magma. Let me just put my hand directly in it and I'll be fine because it's now covered. You can explain that with Dragon not wanting his son to get killed. Yeah, but then the heartless idea doesn't really pass as well. It throws a question on if he actually was working with them out of wanting to work with them. And if he wasn't working with them out of wanting to work with them, why didn't he send in, I don't know, random example, if he had somebody who could make tunnels in the earth, named Morley, for example, why wouldn't he break people out of Impel Down? In fact, I think, if I remember right, Oda did an SBS where he said Morley was the one who made the tunnels in Impel Down that Inazuma and Ivankov used. But that also doesn't make sense, because he made these tunnels and then they just let him out, even though he was on level 5 of Impel Down, which is where they put criminals who are never going to get out. But Morley wasn't the one who broke out. I mean, maybe I'm misremembering that part, honestly. That's got to be what it is, because that doesn't... Because Morley definitely was out, and definitely was also not in New Kama Land inside the prison. I'm just saying, Dragon's lucky that Inazuma's so chill. If one of my friends left me to die in a prison like that, I would not be happy to see him again. It would not be a joyous reunion. We are throwing hands. One of us is leaving alive, and it will be me. Also, Gamma, you're still not much of a fight. I hate to break it to you. I know that you think you're one of the Fated Four. You are one of the Fated Four in name alone. In terms of abilities, I mean, you've gotten laid out and you are on the ground. You are taking a permanent dirt nap from us fighting. Fuck, how long are we into the stream? Okay. Should stop chugging my energy drink. I did it again, man. I bought energy drinks that taste good. I've got to stop doing that. It's not good for me because I just want to drink my good flavored energy drink instead of my water because it's a delightful little treat and refreshment. But then I get 240 milligrams of caffeine straight to the heart. And that shit becomes Usain Bolt for a couple minutes and then we're back to normal. Beating at levels no human thought possible. Which is precisely what I do when I goon in my room alone. I'll be beating that shit at levels humans didn't think was possible. Alright. Hold. Okay. We're chilling, just had to make sure all of my stuff was running. Oops, how long are we in to stream? My neighbor might come home. No, I wanted to make sure I wasn't drinking. Honestly, at this point, if they come home, they come home. That's on them. I checked through my lease, through my everything. I get 3 strikes, and I'm currently on 0. So if they want a noise complaint, hey, go for it. Disclaimer. Please don't go for it. Like, I know I said go for it. I lied. I wanted to sound tough. I hope it worked. I hope I sounded the part. I didn't feel the part. I felt fear in my heart as I said it. More mega potions. We'd love to see them. And then more normal potions. I kind of chug these things like there's no tomorrow. Me with energy drinks. He wanted to farm aura. What's one of... I feel like the largest aura loss a man can take is saying, watch this, and then, like, failing whatever they're about to do. Because how do you come back after that? It's someone with a, check this out, and then, like, you fail a kickflip. That's got to be the largest aura loss of all time. Because they're not going to listen to you when you go, wait, hold on, let me try again. It's gone. That damage is done. And you're the reason it happened. Not just say you meant it. But if they, it's a dangerous gambit, but I do like where you're coming from, because if they see through it, it's an indescribable loss from even there. You thought you had already hit rock bottom, only to figure out you could fall even further. Hey guys, just got a little update from my phone. Just thought I'd let you guys know, in case you were wondering. Oh. Wait, fuck. Oh shit, I have an Amazon order sitting outside. Hold on, I don't want anybody to take that. Give me 1 second. When I said Amazon, by the way, I meant like an eco-friendly company that we all like a lot and doesn't do anything bad. Anyways, let me go grab that real quick. Hold on 1 second. I'd rather not have it. Not goes to the bathroom. That's just not true. That's just false. We are so goated. The Amazon worker actually cared enough to put it up top. Because I live on the 3rd floor, right? And so there's like the common shared area all the way down at the bottom where all people's mail are, where all the packages are, all that kind of stuff. Some workers like to leave it outside of the apartment building because they don't feel like putting in the code to get in, even though I give people the code for delivery in all of my instructions. That's fine. Hey, if you just want to put it outside to brave the elements, be that as it may. But this guy actually took the effort to walk up the 3 flights of stairs and put it in front of my door. So I feel like I'd do that if I worked for Amazon. I don't know how thin your margins are on Amazon for like getting a package delivered and then having to go back to home base to report in and all that kind of stuff. But I think I just take that as like a break, you know? Being able to walk upstairs with a pretty light package just to deliver one of them up top. Because I've heard the horror stories of working at Amazon. So I fully believe they don't really get many breaks. So I think you just kind of make your own, right? It's up to you to figure out where the breaks are. What's this one? Skills that make your weapon extremely sharp. They do not make your weapon sharp, unfortunately. What's this one? Sharpness up. Oh, that's true. That's not bad. It's just also not good. Which is a little bit disheartening. Well, honestly, you wanna know what we'll do? I kind of want to make the Ignactor one. And then we'll have a really good power weapon we can use against the last one. So let us change our equipment over to our Fond Farewell here. Now we've got a really good weapon we can use there. We will take out trank bombs and traps. I know I'm out of trank bombs. Look, it's intentional. That way I don't have to do capture quests anymore. I've got a built-in excuse. I guess we can also pay just to get more. But like, no. Dude, I feel so brain dead today. I wonder if it's like working 9 to 5 every single day while also trying to stream and like manage my household causes my brain to slowly atrophy to the point where it no longer functions like it used to, and it's like a very slow drain on my existence. And my soul is getting like sucked through my body every single day. Granted, I go into work and make a website, so sometimes I wonder if I'd like thrive more in a job that's nature filled, or at least lets me be outside for a bit. It's pretty hard to develop a website while outside because I don't have the internet out there, unless I wanted to, of course, and I could set up like a mobile hotspot just to work. Least secure connection of all time. Yeah, I think that sounds like an awesome idea. And I'd get like 2 megabytes per year. Did 5G improve mobile hotspots? Like, it's still definitely not my... What the fuck quest is this? Is this the Astalos one? Did I just, like, queue into this out of instinct? This is supposed to be Agnactor. Ah, shit. What's good, Astalos? Exactly who I was looking to see this time of year. Hope the crops are treating you well. Alright, well, now we're fighting him with water, which he probably resists. What makes you say that? Fucking look at him, man. I don't think water's doing much to him. He's made of lightning. He conducts this shit. If anything, I'm making him angrier. That's fine. Holy, what a dodge. I mean, just sweep the leg, really. You think I watched all those classic fighting movies for nothing? Wow, very lucky hit. Woo! Okay, fair enough. Don't mind me, I'm just doing the worst D-transform of all time. Dude, whatever happened to making those movies? I feel like they never happen anymore. Just like fun movies like The Karate Kid. And I know you're gonna say, well, they make stuff like Cobra Kai and Karate Kid. Yeah, but those all exist within the same genre of Karate Kid. Why are there no new fighting movies that don't include guns also? Like, we had Fight Club, which was just a fun movie about guys fighting with no deeper messages or anything. And I was just kind of hoping we could get more films like that. And, like, by the end of it, I just kind of wanted to be just like Tyler Durden, you know? He kind of was my hero, and I saw a lot of myself in him. I do think it would be so sick, man, to just have a book club where everybody misses the point. I'm probably stunned here. I'm not. I'm Superman diving because I don't know how that pattern works. I just know that it's strange, however it works. I'm not talking Dr. Steven. Good shit. All right. That's enough time for us to drink one of these. Is it enough time for 2? Is 2 greedy? 2's probably greedy. And yet, we run here and we drink 2. All right, we're chilling, we're chilling. Woo! All right, we're fine, we're fine. Holy, that should not have given me a perfect, by the way. That being perfect, I gotta disagree. I deserved like a D+ at best, because holy, did I mistime that. Can't tell what he's doing right now. Doesn't matter. Roaring. Okay, that makes sense. I was like, his animation keeps resetting. I think I understand why now. Blue sharpness has really changed our whole world, huh? We're so strong again. We're not very tanky, but like, as far as I'm concerned, I don't need to be tanky because getting hit is completely optional. You have to opt into it in settings, actually. Am I opted into it? Of course. Good, he missed. What a guy. Woo! When somebody asks what the weather is doing, because it was just slightly rainy before, he missed. All right, my fault. Okay. Wait. See what he's doing? I don't know what this attack is, so that's just kind of why I'm running. Well, this is just an atrocious time to be posing up. Just kidding. Remember, bait works in two ways. Astalos, my beloved. Astalos is goated as hell, man. This might... Is he my favorite member of the Fated Four? He might be. Hey, wait, can I ask a question? When Mizutsune was introduced, were they a member of the Fated Four? Or is that like a title they came up with for this game? Either way, the title goes so hard, which is why I used it in my thumbnail, because like, what a sick... It's like our duel was destined 1,000 years ago. Like, they transcribed that this duel would occur. But like, if they were a member of the Fated Four the whole time, how come Mizutsune gets sucked off so hard when Astalos, Gammoth, and Glavenus gets a good bit of love, but not nearly as much as Mizutsune? Which doesn't seem fair. They're a group. They shouldn't just be allowed to ignore parts of the group. If that happened, then people would just ignore Yoko Ono. Water doggy splish splash. Yeah, but like, and I'm not even trying to say Mizu's bad. I like Mizu a lot. However, I like all members of the Fated Four. Gammoth, the only reason I dislike Gammoth is his fight sucks. But his design's fucking, sorry, her design's fucking awesome. Mizutsune is hot. I'll have you know. They're actually a water element, which is not that hot. Unless, of course, it's boiling. Or, what's the one? Soul Seer? I think Soul Seer is pretty hot. Just because they use flaming bubbles. Weaves. Why are we not going for the tail chop? I wanted to break his cool-ass little dome piece on his head, because I think that would hurt his ego more. And ego death is really what we're going for. Horrible damage by us, but honestly, it's because for whatever reason, my swap didn't work when I had enough energy to swap. Why is he getting staggered so much? What happened to you, man? You used to be someone. You know what? That's fair. Wow, he almost full comboed me into the railgun shot. I don't know what you're doing. I just don't. I really just do not. Soul Seer is, so any male can be Soul Seer. Yeah, so how does it work? Is it like when they get older, they become a Soul Seer? Because if that's how it works, bro, they should all just wait to fight me. Good dives. Good dives. I'm getting a little healing horn on my way. Mega pot, and we're fine. He can't even get me in time. I don't know what that is. I really just don't understand what's happening. I believe they have mutated organs. Oh. So you're either born, maybe you're born with it, but maybe it's Maybelline. I understand that. That's all I had to say. Yeah, Miss Todd's that one. I think it's when they get very, very angry. So you're saying the other ones I've been killing, they just haven't been getting mad enough? They haven't let their hate flow through them? Holy, I mean, what a combo. It just doesn't end. The onslaught you're taking here is not fair for you. If you are upset about what just happened to Stalos, I completely understand. Okay, fair enough. Honestly, I deserved a little smack in the head for that. Whew. Okay, wait. This might be huge. I'm kind of in there, man. Whew. All right, all right. Thank you, boys, for the healing. Yeah, I'd imagine you're limping. Oh, my God. Holy, did he get folded? 3 mega pots used. That's so sad for you. That's almost a perfect as far as I'm concerned. Stalo scale plus obtained. Where's the other one? There it is. Oh my God, wait, there's so many parts that I broke off. Large wyvern tier. Dear Lord, a Stalo scale plus. God, he got. I might have been using a bug zapper. Those aren't ethical, right? There's no way it's ethical to use something that puts a billion jolts of electricity through their body and fries them to a crisp. No, because we're not allowed to do that with tasers. There's a limit on them. You're not allowed to just kill someone with them, I think. Join the dark side, Mizutsune. I feel like... No, you know what? They're kind of right. If you hate enough throughout your life, you do turn into a different creature. Your face wrinkles in a different way, and people can tell you've lived an upset life. You can tell the difference between a jolly old person and an old person who looks like they would swear you out behind your back just by looking at their face, because they're different creatures at that point. A switch axe for a guy like me? For a little fella such as myself? Well, if I must. I mean, and I didn't even want to, but they just had to give it to me. Yeah, I think I'm going to be one of the old people who has smile lines, because I already almost have them right now, and I'm only 24, sorry. I just smile too much. I find what I say too amusing. See? That's my human variance mentioned. Yeah, I didn't want to call it that, though, because I was like, you know, that doesn't sound right. So, rough edge. I already had one of those. What the fuck? This bullshit? Useless ass rush shard? Thanks, man. Or whatever it was. That's so upsetting. I thought I finally got what I wanted. Out of the 14 weapons. Yeah, the 14 weapons. Sorry, I had to double check. Was the last weapons really were Insect Glaive Charge Blade, huh? Since MH4, we've had the same exact weapons. And I know there's like a magnet spike or something else that was in the MMO that's not here. And you wouldn't even understand. The MMO's difficulty was so much that like you would come if you... I understand, okay? I'd come anyways. Also, Tonfas. I thought that was the magnet spike. Am I crazy? Tonfas were a weapon I really do wish they brought in, though. Because that's so fucking awesome. Do you like biology? All right, now let me figure out how this is going to turn into like a shoving my nuts down your throat. Nah, different. Okay, so were Magnet Spike and Tonfas the two weapons then? Or did the MMO have even more than two weapons? I've always heard about those two that people want back. Yeah, okay. I know Magnet Spike had like two polarities to it or something like that, like they were real weapons. But no, I'd say I like biology. All right, now let's see how this is going to end with me like gargling on someone's nuts. I'm not sure yet. I thought it through. I couldn't come up with an answer myself, so I'm very curious to see where it's going. And I did think. It's really hard for me to do, so trust me, I tried. What? It's just every time I see a question that's like, do you like blank? Like, for example, somebody will say, do you like Imagine Dragons? And you go, yeah, I guess they're all right. And then they go, imagine dragging these nuts across your chin. I was waiting to see how it was going to turn into one of those. But no, I think biology was something I actually wanted to major in. What changed? I wanted to, like, have a job someday. No offense to biologists out there. I'm just saying that it seems like a really hard field to break into. And even harder to, like, do something useful with your life within it. Because it seems like there's so many regulations, rules, and everything. As there arguably, well, not even arguably, as there should be, because you are working with the real lives of other things. It's not like, I mean, imagine if we just used rats for, like, testing subjects. That would be fucked up. Imagine if we had, like, lab rats or something. Could you guys imagine that? Wouldn't that be despicable? I know. It's hard to even fathom a world where we do that. I think biology would be fun. You know, I loved biology was one of my favorite parts of science. Specifically, by the way, I wanted to be a marine biologist. I guess I should really clarify that. I'm sure with normal biology, there's more stuff you can do than with marine biology. Now, why are we going for Ignactor again? Unfortunately, I do need more of his parts. And that is wildly unfortunate because, God, do I not enjoy this fight. It's one of the, if you have nothing nice to say, don't say anything at all. So, Ignactor, you and I are going to fight in silence. I'm not going to have a single word to say to you, all right? You might have much to say about me. I understand. That's because I'm interesting compared to your dumbass. Sorry. I said I wasn't going to say anything at all. And here I am. There are many benefits to marine biology. I think that, like, I love marine biology. It's the same issue of I don't know how you'd get into that field without having connection. Because holy shit, these little fucks killed my entire DPS window. You better fucking thank them. You better get on your hands and knees, Ignactor. Because you were about to get so fucked up. You were about to get so decimated in ways you didn't even know you possibly could be. Mounted, topped, and dominated in ways since unseen. And I got killed by 2 of your little servant peons. Oh my god. They're juggling me again. It might be the most obnoxious fight in the entire game. Hello? Hello? Okay, what do you loathe? Ignactor for one. No, what do I loathe? My least favorite subject when I was in school was, actually, this is gonna be weird because I just said how much I love biology, and a lot of people, I think, would imagine that if I liked that, then I would have no problem with the one I'm about to bring up. I fucking hated chemistry. Why? Because it felt like bullshit math science. And, by the way, what I mean by bullshit math, I don't mean like, math has no place in science. No, I just mean like, there were equations, but there were 97 stipulations to each equation that was like, you can only use this equation based on this, this, and this stimuli being met first. If they do not work, then you need to use a separate equation. It's math with extra memorization rather than extra execution. The execution of math is the most fun part of math. I'm not somebody who really would do math for fun in my free time. I had no problems with math, though. Like, I know math is a very hated subject. I fuck with math heavily. I think math is not fun verbatim, but it was one of my favorite subjects for sure, especially because I like objective subjects. So you'd think I'd like chemistry, but chemistry had too many rules behind its objectivity that made it not fun for me. He would never cook. That is true. I do order DoorDash a lot. Speaking of, guys, DoorDash just sent me a notification. They let me know that McDonald's is on sale with their crispy McCrispy nugget strips or whatever it is. Dude, I tried those because people told me they were horrible. I'm so pissed at people. Because, like, they weren't. And you might say, isn't that a good thing? No. Because I was so excited that I heard, oh man, McDonald's just released a menu item that sucks ass. How does a multi-million-dollar company even do that? And then I had them, and they were just completely inoffensive. Were they insane? No, they were just like fine. Calling it bad would be a complete lie. Calling it good would just be like, I guess. They were exactly what I expected from a McDonald's chicken strip. But everyone was like, they taste like cardboard. They're horrible. Go eat cardboard then. Because I don't think you know what cardboard tastes like. If that's what cardboard tastes like to you, sign me up at Home Depot. I got some meals. But of course, that's not what it tastes like. And that's why I was pissed off. Because I was so excited to try them since everybody said, oh, they're horrible, they're horrible. You want my honest take on them? All right, here it is. Here's my real honest take. Just like, if you like chicken, they're fine. If you don't like chicken, you're not gonna like them. If you like the McNuggets from McDonald's, I'd say they're like slightly better than that because it doesn't feel like they're as compacted down. But like, it's really splitting hairs to say which one's better than the other. I would say the chicken strips have the illusion that they might actually contain real chicken. I would definitely say the chicken nuggets do not have that kind of illusion from McDonald's. I still like them, but I just understand that what I'm eating is manufactured in a lab to just make my brain release endorphins. I liked math. I didn't like physics much, however. Physics to me just kind of felt like the worst word problems from math class, but spammed on you over and over and over. I bet you'd love food science. I actually do find a lot of interest in the science behind foods, which is crazy because I order more than I cook. And you might say that like that those two aren't necessarily correlated. It's true, but I think you'd expect somebody who cares a lot about food, nutrition, and all that kind of stuff to want to cook more from home. Do you want to know the reason I don't? Because I hate doing the dishes, but I love cooking. It's a real like fucked up world I live in. Because there's no way these little guys are going to give me a hernia. I swear it. I swear they will. God, they're so annoying. Get up in there. Explode in him. Oh, baby. You're getting enacted on now. I know what cardboard tastes like. It's not like it. Hell, I love it. I'd do it again. I'm sitting here right now. I'm just itching to do it again. I didn't know I had the Frank Castle in chat. Holy shit. Dude, I didn't realize when that meme was first circulating that it was from Daredevil. Same with the, I'm pretty sure the no. Wait. Is also from Daredevil. I think. Woo. I had to get a little Superman dive there. I had to Superman that hoe. Now I understand what Soulja Boy was saying. I never got it until this moment. He was talking about fighting the Ignactor. And honestly, respected. I fucking hate getting edged. God, I get edged so often in this game. This map is prime edging. I swear it is. It's just designed for you to edge. And I edge so often. Gotta move soon. I can't because of his big ass legs. It's fine. He can't hit me over there because of the big ass legs in the way. The poison trap is now set. We'll try. 2 pranks. On the off chance it's ready. It's not ready. I thought not, but like we had to give it a chance. Edging while mewing. Call that a true combo. That's an animation cancel, I think. Was he captured in that trap for 3 years, or was it just me who noticed that? Oh, still not limping. All right. Fucking anything on Earth aside from dying, I suppose. Subquest completed. You were my subquest just to kill you little fucks? I'd kill you little fucks for fun. But yeah, physics to me is just like word problem. I just did not like it. If this is going at this speed with this amount of a constant, then what is currently the... I don't care. I don't care. I'm not going to use this in my job. I'm not going to say nobody is going to use it. That'd be an insane thing to say. Of course, there are a lot of jobs where knowing physics helps you a lot. Namely, a lot of them do correlate to engineering, and you can already tell if somebody's going to go into engineering by whether or not they're bald at age 24. Sad news, though. Speaking of, me, local 24-year-old man, I think I'm going bald. Like, I think I am. But here's the part of it that fucking sucks. I'm gonna say this, and it's not gonna make sense, so you'll have to allow me to explain. The worst part of balding is balding. And what I mean is, if I was to wake up tomorrow and hair never grows on my head again, I'd be completely fine shaving and then just existing bald for the rest of my days. Now, do we have a social stigmata against bald people that makes it hard to want to do that? I definitely think there is one, right? Like when you're bald, especially if you're a younger bald, you get some looks. But the worst part is, even if I went, okay, I'm going bald, let's just chop this thing off, I would still grow hair around like the sides of my head. And that sucks. Are you limping now? That's a limp. That's a limp. Garfunkel, Oates, get off. Let him leave. We want him to leave. Okay. He's going to bed. We go trap him. And then we win. Holy, that's young at 16. Well, I probably honestly started balding around 22 or 23, and I'm just now noticing it. Because I used to like have clumps of hair that I would constantly find just from like shedding, you know what I mean? But now I've noticed in recent years, I no longer have giant collections of hair just like around my desk chair or around me in general. And I think it's because I'm going bald. And like I said, I've got no problem going bald, but I just wish that it would be convenient. In fact, I'm kind of eager to cut it off at this point. And that you might think that that's cope. But it's because I've had a friend who was going bald, and I told him that if you're going bald, I think that it's fine to just like embrace it and cut it off. And so now this is my chance to actually put my money where my mouth is and go bald and be like, see, it's not that bad. And especially because, like, what changes aside from I won't spend as much on shampoo? In fact, I got a feeling I'm gonna love touching my scalp. Why? I've never rubbed it in a while. Also, just take Folixdil plus Minoxidil. See, that's the thing. My one friend, when I told this to him, that I think I'm going bald, he's like, I'm actually on a medication that helps me get my hair back. If it's gone, I don't know if I want to claw at it to keep it. It's leaving me. It doesn't want me as I am. Why would I want my hair if it doesn't want me? You know, I'm not going to fight my body on this. If my head decides, my scalp decides we don't want hair anymore, all right, let's go all in then. Now, what I will say with that, no, oh yeah. Now I remember what I was going to say. What I will say with that is it better like lock in somewhere else. You know what I mean? I don't want it to... Oh my god, this beak is gonna be the fucking death of me. I don't think we're gonna make that back. You might say, why? If I don't want to fight him another time to get it right now, I've got to ask myself a very important question in the mirror. When would I ever want to fight him again to get it? And I think the answer is I don't want to. There's a very teeny tiny chance that it causes erectile dysfunction. If I have to keep my hair at the cost of losing my cock, take the hair. My cock stays with me, all right? She's been with me for a lot of stuff, and I'm not gonna lose her now. For real, take the hair. Yeah, oh, right. But like, if I'm going to go bald, I would like my hair to start sprouting from my chin / give me a mustache of some kind. I can't go completely bald. That's the only thing that I need to have something. I need to have hair somewhere. Otherwise, I look like I just popped out of the womb. I look freshly slicked up. I look too aerodynamic if I don't have hair anywhere. And I'm not even that hairy of a person. Like, looking at my arms right now, there's not much hair on them. Looking at my legs, there's even less. And that's just naturally. I'm just naturally not a hairy person. And it looks like my head is finally catching up with that. Also, balding's awesome because you can make jokes like that. I'm gonna, like, upgrade these a couple times. Why? We're just sitting on the stuff anyways. What happens if you upgrade this? What's it do? I don't know. You can take scrap and put it in. That's cool. These are 4 apiece. Take 2 of these and throw in a black pearl. Call it a day. Yes. And then there's hard armor spheres. Well, I don't know if I want to use all those necessarily. But, like, we can triple upgrade this because I've got so many black pearls. I'll just throw in 4 of those. Done. Look at that. Now I've got better armor. Are you going to keep upgrading it? Nah. Bro will be Sherbud ass hair. Okay, I actually, you know what? You caught me there. That is the one place that I've got plenty of hair, like, to spare. In fact, my skill tree must look so fucked up for my hair. Because I think it's soon to be none head anywhere. No facial hair, none on the scalp. None on body. My arms, slicked up. My armpits, I've got, like, none. My chest, barely any. My legs, none. My ass crack, though, I mean, that shit is... The Amazon rainforest looks sparse compared to what's going on down there. So I guess you're right. I've got something going for me. Okay. Good shit, good shit. What do we have going on? But it's like... Okay, I don't need details. Oh, we did. Oh, we needed a description that you could picture. You know how a picture will paint you 1,000 words or something like that? I just painted you even more. I need more details. I mean, that is just like fucked up though. That's just how it happened. What, you have aided us in many ways. You would dispense this foolishness. Well, I'm sorry, I'm not. Why am I reading it like I've read the plot up until now? I wouldn't even know what's going on. Just tell me to go kill Astalos and I'll go kill him. Oh, not Astalos, sorry, Valstrix. A Gore Magala in the Ruined Pinnacle? Well, I'm down to do that as well. I'm so down to do that one. In fact, if I'm not mistaken, and I very rarely am, we will be able to upgrade our Eisenlob with our Gore Magala Plus parts. We definitely will. And we already have the plate, which means this thing is about to go absolutely bonkers mode. The story, no. I already know the story. There's a monster. We're hunters. I mean, she was a girl, he was a boy. Can I make it any more obvious? Soap opera, snow joke. Why would I even bother doing these, might I ask? Like, what do you give me different? There's probably different reward table. Maybe it's like you get a better chance at getting something else. I don't know. Whatever, we're just gonna go do this one. Yo, speaking of gore, this guy, you're about to hit me with the... I just looked up gore earlier and it didn't even really freaking affect me. Like, I don't know, maybe I'm just a sick, twisted individual. Maybe I'm not right for this world. I'm just different from everybody else. Like, other people look at gore and they say, I can't do it, yeah. Yeah, so I'm here at the Monster Hunter and I'm hunting a monster. Yeah. Yo, I'm at the Monster Hunter store. Do you need anything? They got soup? Yeah, that's right. We're doing classic callbacks. What are you doing at the soup store? Yeah, see? I was there. I was on the early internet. Don't even bring up Nyan Cat to me, all right? Don't quote that scripture to me. I was there when it was written, boy. Especially, I played the game on my phone. How many people can say that? I don't even know if it was official. It probably wasn't. I do know that the entire time you would play the app, it would play the Nyan Cat song in the background. And the more I think about it, the more I'm like, damn, my parents actually had like the patience of a saint. Because if I had to listen to the Nyan Cat song coming from my child's iPhone, well, iPod, sorry, I didn't have an iPhone. I had a flip phone and an iPod Touch, and I considered myself goated because I had both of them. But if I had to listen to that coming through my kids' speakers 24/7, whew, I would have taken a hammer and destroyed that thing. Put that evil back from where it came. So I guess I'm just saying they're braver than I. Gore Magala, you're kind of fucked up for being here. Because I thought this is probably the one map he won't be on, so I'm safe to take a sip of water. And his ass knew. He knew I was drinking. And driving. Oh. Alright. I don't know. If you're like, how did that not hit you? This one, exact same question. Hold. Stick that one right in his head. Oh, I know he's pissed about that. Oh, he's so mad. Have you seen MH4U Monsters? Is that the mobile game that's like a Pokemon Go style one where you walk around? I guess you could also call it like an AR game. Because I have a friend. Woo! Friend who talked to me about that game and he told me I'd love it because it's like Pokemon Go Monster Hunter. And then I never bothered playing it. DUI? I never knew you were chill like that. Excuse me. I don't get DUIs. Drunk drivers like me, we know how to do it. The answer is killing families of 3. Because people won't miss them as much as a family of 4. It's like a little bit of a cheat code. Man. MH Explorer was the one before that. There was one before the Pokemon Go one? Then no, I did not know about MH Explorer until right now when I was asked, did you know about it? The one you're talking about is Monster Hunter Now. Of course, of course. I mean, only an absolute scrub to the Monster Hunter series could ever confuse the two. So what was the difference between them? Did one perform poorly and the other one performed well? Damn, man. Right now he's kind of folding me. Started it really well, and he kind of saw all of those missed is the craziest thing about that. All right. Go for his stupid little hand feelers. I'm sorry, Gord. You know they aren't stupid, man. You know I just have to say that for the cameras. Behind closed doors, you and I mean, the stuff we get up to is the stuff of legends. The stuff of lesbians, if you will. Hey, now. Woo, Gore. My man, where are you? God, playing around the edge just feels weird. Big head hit. Yup. I'm such a head smacker, huh? Like, if a monster has a wound that's anywhere other than its head, the odds of salted slices hitting it are next to none. You might say, why didn't you dodge that? If you want the truth, I actually thought he was doing the stagger animation because I hit him in the air, not revving up for an attack. Luckily, he's not doing his long attack right now. He might dive at us here. He's diving at Oats. That's huge for us, especially because Oats is now dead because of it. Okay, less huge. I know that that's actually an attack, even though you're walking towards me excitedly. This is how dogs will look at you when their owner says they don't bite. Running towards you in a straight line bloodthirstily. And they're like, don't worry, he was actually rescued from a fighting ring. And I'm like, no, I can tell from the fact that he looks like he wants me dead. With that said, you know, good on the owners. Holy. It's one of the most barbaric things, right? Honestly, dog fighting rings, this is going to be the most obvious, like, easy layup of, oh, he's based of all time. I just don't understand what there is to enjoy about them. Because, like, all you're doing is watching dogs in obvious pain. When, if you want my take, cowards just fucking fight each other. If you want something to bet on which of you is going to win. Start up some fucking martial arts, cowards. The dogs don't consent to it, obviously, and people are like, well, it happens in nature. Who cares? Cannibalism happens in nature, yet you're not over here eating your newborn. I don't think just because something happens in nature. That's also what I don't understand about, like, the alpha male thing. The exact same argument. People are like, well, of course, humans do have alphas. Just look in nature at the alphas that exist. First of all, I'm pretty sure that study was disproved. But second of all, like, animals eat their own shit. So until you start doing that, I won't believe you're an alpha. That's the way it must be. I can't... I'm trying to get his feelers, because the feelers are always the rough part for me. Weaves. Hold. Sorry, I'm not really looking at chat at all. I'm just kind of locked in. Turns around. Fucking hits you in the dome. Okay, well, you know what? One good hit does deserve another, Gore. Alright, now you're gonna run at me in a straight line. Yep. Oats, take him. He can't get us both when I'm over here. Well, this is just embarrassing. It's actually fine. Holy. Okay, fair enough. God, could you stop using that move specifically? I know you have an entire moveset arsenal even. Holy. Okay. I broke him out of the form, but we did not break feelers, I don't think. Damn. Okay. Me hunting 40 of this fella for a singular mantle? That sounds about right. The alpha system was first used to describe chickens. Yeah, and I remember the researcher who tried to attribute it to wolves also was like, damn, wait, wolves do not follow this at all. I'm wrong as hell. My pitbull cupcake will never hurt a fly. Well, yeah, your pitbull won't hurt a fly, but they'll eat an infant. But I do agree the fly is probably fine around them. It's not large enough to satiate its wrath. Alpha males commit infanticide just because. That's what I'm saying. But that's not what our alphas are doing. So if you're an alpha human, go stab a baby. Otherwise, poser. And you might say that's dangerous advice to put out there. I don't know. I feel like it's probably also like dangerous to call yourself an alpha when it's a very unsubstantiated thing. Probably. I don't know. I'm just a guy who plays like Monster Hunter. The only alphas I know about are in this game. Oh, but imagine. What you got for me? Get edged. Fair enough. One good hit deserves another. Oh my god, that was just a despicable hit. With Demon Riot active, oh, I know that damage had to fucking hurt, man. That guy regrets it to this day. I mean, I bet he looks at alpha male culture the same way that Oppenheimer looked at the bombs. Because, I mean, Oppenheimer's was a little bit, like, more obviously. I don't think he could have ever guessed that by studying wolves and predicting that wolves actually had a hierarchy they followed based off of alphas would have the societal ripple that he, or that it has had. I don't think any researcher researching in animals' habits would think that it could possibly ripple down that hard. But Oppenheimer, when you make the Giga Death Bomb, I have a feeling that you should probably expect that they might use it for death. You don't make the Kill 'em Good 9000 and then go, holy shit, they're using it to kill? No. No! I know it's more of like a cautionary tale of how the pursuit of knowledge can lead to harm for others, because like you don't realize how hard your... Because obviously he did not really want people to die, and he was just stuck up in his pursuit of being right. I know. I've seen the movie, and like I know of history. Oh no, my La Bomb killed people? Yeah, it's like... Look, Oppie. At some point, you gotta understand that of course they were gonna use the bomb to kill people. One good hit and he starts crying like a female canine. Wolves don't even have an alpha system. Yeah, no, I know. The guy who wrote the paper has said that himself. See, the issue was the study he published was his initial findings, but it was still a theory at that point. And then people took the theory and ran with it. Kind of like the guy who started the theory that vaccines cause autism. He himself later said, hey, it was a flawed study. I shouldn't have even published it because the sample size we were using was... It was something about like the kids that they were studying on were already showing early signs of autism, and the diagnosis didn't come until later, which then, of course, correlation does not equal causation. But in the pursuit of wanting to be correct, he published his paper on it preemptively. To this day, he has said how he like wishes he never published that paper, but it doesn't really matter because it's already had its effect, right? Like there are people out there now who actually believe that to be true, which might just be, I mean, the most insane thing you could believe. That's why gatekeeping is maybe a good thing. Exactly. That's why I never tell people where I buy food. Because, like, what if they use that information to make a bomb? If someone's like, damn, those tacos look good, where'd you get them? That's why I gotta be like, how about you mind your own fucking business before you kill someone, huh? How about you stand the fuck down? Put the gore in Magala. Yeah, he kind of got decimated. I'd forgive you if you didn't think this was the high rank one. We took 4 mega potions. When he was enraged, he kind of got us good for a bit, but right after that, it was just that easy. And honestly, let's even cure the frenzy virus, just to remind Gore he really didn't do anything for us. Not even what he thinks would have an impact on us will. Never mind. All right, but you know, the AIDS that Gore Magala gave us will continue to stay with us. Unfortunate. And now we're going back to the other one. Gore Magala gem waiting room. He can drop gems now. I think you're right. Before he could only drop plates, and we did get a plate from him. Yeah, I don't think the low rank one can drop. Is it a knocked gem? I can't remember. I mean, let's be real. The odds that I get it are so low. Anyways, guys, here's my Gore Magala knocked gem. Classic. Classic, baby. It's just one of those classic moments. Alright. Ancient Shard, sure. What else we got? Scale. Rip Claw. And then another Carapace. Okay. We're probably gonna have to hunt him again anyways, though, because I would love to level up our Gormagala weapon. Worn Charge Blade and a blue Crater. Thanks. Absolute cinema, what can I say? Me when I ask my friend where did he buy the Pringles can, glove, and lotion? You don't want to know. You don't want to know where he put them either. Me when I ask my friend how come he decided to buy gloves, sponges, lube, and a weird plushie. And that plushie of Chica from Five Nights at Freddy's, he won't answer me anymore. We could make that a Stalos one. I don't think we really care. Speaking of Lucian, Lotion, not Lucian. Sorry, Lucian is a champion in League of Legends. Which, if you heard that and you thought of a League of Legends champion, just know there is help out there and it does get better. I'm trying to remind myself of it. When League of Legends exists in your mind, it's really hard to heal somebody from that. Now the question is, which of these do we vibe with more? The Shigeru Magala one is so fucking cool looking, but I feel like the Gore one's so much more usable. Now, we'd still need 2 Feelers Plus, which is probably 97 hunts. Don't buy them in the same area. Buy separately to avoid suspicion. It's one of my favorite things to quote of all time, despite me watching only 2 seasons of Breaking Bad. But he does say that in the first 2 seasons. I don't know how many seasons it actually was. Why didn't you finish it? My take is gonna make it seem like I just hate media. So I don't think I can say why I didn't finish it. Just trust that I did not. Get the Kelby one? The Kelby Switch Axe? I don't think there is one of those, man. If there is, I wouldn't know where to find it. We can make the Notch Doom at some point. Didn't I already make this? Hold on. Ah, sorry, I just lost my mind. What else we got? What else we got? The wild one we never really leveled up, huh? Because I don't even know what this one would make from it. Well, whatever it is, we have one of this. Oh, yeah, it was this one. That's how we were able to finally make the Zinogre one, which we can make with a Zinogre Jasper and a Hyper Zinogre Shell to get a crowned version of it, which I don't really know what it does. I finally got to buy Iceborne. Well, let me know how you like it, because I've never played through Iceborne. I played through all of World. I played all of Release World, and I've grinded the fuck out of all of the endemic life in order to have the coolest looking house possible. The Worn Switch Axe is good. Worn weapons always end up strong in the endgame. Well, that's the issue. The Switch Axe I got from one of those shards wasn't worn. It was just rough for both of them. Which is fucked up, because the other ones I have worn ones. That's a worn Charge Blade that I was looking at. And I was like, so what do the worn ones even do? Do I know? No. Could I upgrade it and find out? Probably. I don't have much. So, unfortunately, I'm not going to. Alright, Gormagala has been stopped. Now, what do you have for me? This is bad, real bad. A monster with a serious threat level showed up on one of the flight paths from Berna. A sightseeing ship had the misfortune to bump into the thing. And when I say bump, I don't mean a little nudge. We can't just sweep this one under the rug. I mean, I considered it, but my reputation as a decent human being's on the line here. Soratorium's got it in the air. There's a quest log for the attack. Flappy Pest. That's that game they had to take off the App Store because it had the exact same pipes as the Mario one. No, I'm kidding. I believe it was because he hated his life after it happened. Flappy Pest and it's just an Astalos. I think I just let him die. I haven't finished World yet. I didn't even attempt Devil Ho. I remember Devil Ho was the last released monster that I played with. Was Devil Ho the first released monster? I know I didn't play too much after it came out. Hold on. MH World Monster release order. I believe that it was intended order of, hold on. Yeah, I hate Reddit. I hate Reddit, man. I hate Reddit so much. I hate Reddit so much. Because, like, the top comment on the Reddit post that was talking about the order went, reference to my comment here, and they linked it. Just copy paste it, dumbass. You don't pay by the letter to use the internet. Just let me read it on the one that comes up first on Google. Okay, MH4U monsters. This doesn't help either. The wiki fandom might be the worst site of all time. All monsters in Monster Hunter World and Iceborne. Does nobody chronicle when stuff was added? Does nobody care? Am I the only one who around here gives a shit about the rules? All right, whatever. It's fine. Okay, I suppose you could climb up. No, we're all in this. Everyone's giving it their best. Your mission is to face Valstrix. Does that mean I'm able to do him right now? Doesn't appear to be an option. Yeah, it doesn't appear to be. What was this one for? Red Spear Hunter. I'm thinking of treating the sword tournament to our special hunting fleet fisherman's rice and... Oh, okay. So we're probably going to get something from that one. I hate the Devil Ho. Really? Did you know he eats his own tail? Me sowing dissent. All right, who's going to be the one who corrects me? I'll wait to see which one of you guys is the first one to say that it's a rumor that's been circulated, but it's not actually true. Just know that you're on the timer. I'm timing it right now to see who's the first person. Who wants to say it? Come on, guys. I know somebody was itching to say it the second you heard it leave my mouth. Come on. Wait, where's my blast one? And my blast. There it is. He doesn't actually. There it is. He does eat his own tail if you cut it. Wait, are you joining me in the rage bait, or do you actually believe that? Because I don't blame you if you believe it. There have been many an attempt to fake it, and there was even something on Capcom's official page that said it does it, but it's if you look up any video where it happens, it's never worked without them putting meat underneath the tail to make it look like he's eating it. He does? What do you mean? Holy shit. Maybe I'm the one who's Mandela affected. Someone made an hour-long video going through every game. Never mind. I'm gonna trust that guy. I hate the fight, man. It's so poorly designed. See, the only time I've ever fought the Devil Ho was in World. And in World, I don't know if anybody's gonna like this take. I didn't feel challenged by any fight in base game World. Is that fair to say? Like, there was not a single fight. I don't remember triple carding a single time in all of base game World. Nergigante, I failed the mission once, but you want to know why I failed? It was not because of me. I didn't triple card. I was playing through with a friend, and the friend triple carded. Because he wasn't that good at Monster Hunter. But, like, I didn't care. We were having fun, you know? Plus, don't ask me why. He randomly decided, what if I tried Greatsword for this fight? Right after that, he went, I'm not going to try Greatsword anymore. So, like, I hardly blame him for triple carding. It was his first time trying a new weapon, and he got absolutely... Hold on. Dude, I have 2 gems? Wait, I'm goated as hell. Wait, I never have to fight Gormagala again as long as I live. I've built generational wealth. Holy, wait, now I know how billionaires feel. No wonder they just like to sit back and do nothing. This is awesome. Okay, he's fine. Bracky step backs are even worse. The only way they could fix the fight is they made it so we can seduce him. That's true. Dude, if he could show me his Devil Ho, holy, wait, now we're cooking on a fight. Takes a step back on some of his attacks, making them unintuitive. Glavenus kind of does for some of them. But all of Glavenus's attacks where he takes a step back then have a fuck ton of wind up to them. So I don't think it feels bad on Glavenus because you have plenty of reaction time after he steps back. I don't know how Devil Ho fights in older games, so I really can't comment on it at all. Much as I wish I could. Now that's a fight. Which one's a fight? What did I say? Are we talking about Peter Griffin versus the chicken? Because I got to agree, that beef has been going on for ages. My money's on the chicken. The chicken made it into Fortnite. That tells me all I need to know. Dude, what if I did that one stream? Like, I just started up Fortnite and acted like we've always been a Fortnite streamer. If I did start up Fortnite, I would have to go onto my old account. Because there's no shot you could catch me dead playing Fortnite without being Vegeta or Goku. I'm sorry. I have to. I've even got the transforming emotes for them. Now, at this point in time, it's just me. And maybe I'm a hater. Go back and look at the collab skins for Dragon Ball. Cell feels great in Fortnite. I don't like how Goku and Vegeta look in Fortnite. I think they just feel off. I don't know if anybody else felt that way. Maybe it was me alone. I bought it purely from the hype because I was like, holy shit, they're in there. I actually subscribed for the Fortnite content. Boy, will you be happy. And then right after Fortnite, we can pivot into a Roblox stream. Holy. I have 8 of those gems in my inventory, and I have no uses for them. I am suffering from success. Yeah, that's me with 2 right now. I have no clue what I'm going to use them for. Now, why did we swap to this weapon? I figured Lagiacruz would resist both electric and water, which are 2 other really good weapons. Oh my god, Lagi, where are you? You're a giant snake, and normally I'm so good at finding those. Normally they can't hide from me. I can smell them. Speaking of collabs, the fact that we got a Kuma again for Monster Hunter is so lame. So, I'm of 2 minds about it, right? On the one hand, I'm like, yeah, whatever, it's another Street Fighter collab. But on the other hand, the way that they're incorporating gestures into the fighting style, which is very reminiscent of the old school, like you could use shadow boxing to deal damage, I'm a huge fan of. That part of it, I think, is so fun. So, like, that's kind of where my of 2 minds are. You don't need the map. Well, like, you don't need it to find him. And at this point, I know how Deserted Island's laid out. I needed it when I was first playing Deserted Island. But now that I know how it's laid out, I don't feel like I need it nearly as much. Now, you could say it took you 37 minutes to find the Lagiacruz. That's because he's moving around the map, and I didn't bring a Psycho Seer. Motherfucker. Left this zone. Right after I found that he was here. I, honestly, Lagiacruz deserves less. There you are, you motherfucker. The worst part is he moves at Mach 0. And look, he's trying to run somewhere else. That little bastard. Okay. Thanks for the help, Bullfongo. That was really awesome of you. Alright, alright. Dodge the discharge. Just like going for my girl when she had that STD. My fault. That was a little bit crude. Jarvis vaporized this guy? What did he do? Or are you talking about the fact of complaining that we're getting a Kuma again? Because, like, again, I'm kind of 2 minds about it. On my way to be a horrible person, what are you gonna do? Are you gonna, like, well, I'm not gonna say it. I was gonna say, are you gonna, like, bomb something? But I don't think Twitch allows that. Maybe I'm wrong. I haven't read their terms of service. It was too long for me. It was longer than 1 page, and I couldn't get an AI to summarize it for me. Dude, I found something out. And, like, maybe you guys have known this for a while. I guess I just, like, had hope for goodness in this world. Did you know a bunch of the top YouTubers are now using AI for thumbnails? But, like, is it because it's engagement bait? Is it because people will comment, why are you using AI? And then that's free engagement bait? Is that the entire reason behind it? Why is the YouTube stream like 15 seconds behind? That's not on me. YouTube has a longer delay just by default than Twitch. So that's why sometimes it takes a while for me to respond to messages over on YouTube, but on Twitch I respond very fast. I think it's because YouTube was built as a video hosting platform first. So when they implemented streaming, it's also generally YouTube streams will have higher quality than Twitch streams, in my opinion. And I don't know if it has to do with the fact that there's a delay, but I can definitely lie to myself and say that is the reason. YouTube chat is inferior. We Twitch chat are superior. I like we should start more war. Oh my God, Loggy. Dang, someone actually woke up on the wrong side of the bed today. What the hell? He's also getting decimated by one of the little guys. Wait, I want to see this fight play out. Sorry, YouTube chat, but you can't compete. Yeah, keep it up. Keep up the race war. I like it. I like it. But yet, like, how lazy do you have to be to use AI for a thumbnail? Also, maybe I'm insane. Making thumbnails is, like, it's fun. I love making thumbnails. I love looking for artwork that's, like, officially from the game, so I'm not ripping anybody off. And trying to make a thumbnail from it. I think it's so fun. Why would I want to take away part of the enjoyable part of the job? Quote unquote job, it's a hobby. And you know what, I'll go as far as to say I still think it counts as a hobby even when you get paid from it. I guess you could, yeah. They also use AI to feel more futuristic. Bro, like, yeah, but, all right, so here's an example. There's a Pixar film. Maybe you've heard of it. It's called WALL-E. In it, all of the humans kind of just sit on these hover cars and drink everything out of a smoothie and have no muscle in them to hold up their own body if they would ever try to walk. Just because it's futuristic doesn't mean it's good. Because I also don't see their asses living like it's WALL-E. I'm not saying I condone it. No, I know. I'm just saying, I just thought I had a humorous little observation, so I made one. Also, if you heard what sounded like a fart, I promise it was my chair. I own up to my farts. I'd let you know if it was one. I don't want you guys thinking that I was farting on stream without making you guys pay first. I know what people are into. No such thing as a free lunch around here. All right? So I don't want you getting your rocks off to it. I promise it's just because my chair is a very cheap office chair, which is true. Also, if you are buying a chair for yourself, definitely go for a cheap office chair as opposed to a cheap gaming chair. Gaming chairs are so built to, like, scam you. Our office chairs also, cheap ones, also not built to last. They're definitely not built to last, but they'll at least work for while you have them. Gaming chairs, they'll say they're ergonomic, but they're only ergonomic if you're already a shrimp. You're so mean, let us dream. Not if it costs me monetary value. And if you can't afford a chair, ask a friend to be your chair. This has an extra success rate if you're an attractive woman. Or a twink. Those are the two classes that have an extra, like, they have a charisma boost to their roles. Hey, no offense to Loggy fans. Does he do damage? Like, I understand this is half of the Loggy fight because there's no underwater combat, so he just feels underwhelming. But, like, then they could have at least made him deal more damage for being on the surface, right? Because there is no underwater combat. So make him do something. I promise, I'm getting hit by stuff I should not be getting hit by, but it does not feel like it matters. And you want good examples of that? Yeah. I mean, I'm seeing it in Twitch chat right now. Xenogia Cruise? But that's the thing. Zenogre was one-shotting me with his attacks. Loggy, I'm getting hit by their big electric attack, and it's doing 2 damage. Well, that one would probably hurt a little bit more, seeing as it blurred out my entire screen. I fully believe that one probably would have left a little bit of a invincible. A mark, perhaps. Stagger Beetle in position. Oh, hell yeah. Stagger Beetles always work well. Not a single time that one of these has been placed that I haven't noticed it. Quick question. What the fuck did we throw it over there for? No offense to whichever one of you is the thrower of the Stagger Beetle. However, what the hell? It's kind of a joke, TBH. He's also kind of too slow. That's what I'm feeling currently. He's slow. He deals no damage. He has no bitches. No, but actually, like, this man's got nothing. Zenogre just deals more damage than other monsters of the same tier. Zenogre was beating my ass. He was the first time we got triple carded. Now, was I worried about getting kicked out in a noise complaint, so I was more focused on my real life than that? Yes, but that's like still just an excuse because I did get triple carded. Also, horrible demon riot. Get back in there. Trip him up on his legs. Whoa, that could have been really bad. Yet again, trip him up. Get in there. Oh my god. Oh, he's got a sick scar, dude. Even if you kill me, you won't forget me. Don't listen to him, Logia Cruz. You have me. You don't have to write ERP with Logia Cruz. You can just go on, like, character AI. The only ethical use of AI is booning the chatbots. And you could say it's not ethical, then how come I've seen the number of chats that people have on there, That shit is absurd. If you go on, I don't think you have to be signed in. You didn't used to have to be signed in. I haven't really gone on the website in 2-ish years. But, like, why did you go on the website? Curiosity gets the better of everybody, okay? Curiosity is a slow and insidious killer or whatever. There was, like, one of the Genshin characters had, like, 12 million chats. I don't believe that people are actually that against AI if I'm seeing 12 million people talking to a fake anime character. He has no bitches was personal. Look, he took it like a champ though. Logging GU, no betas, no game, no bread. Poor guy. I know. He's got nothing going for him. You're renting? How is it? Renting is... It's paying to get scammed every month. So it kind of feels like I'm getting scammed every month. Now you might say, why didn't you just buy a house then? All right, listen here. I wish I could have. That wasn't exactly my choice. If it was my choice, I would have. Unfortunately, they like needed money to prove that I could pay my loan or pay my mortgage or whatever. So that wasn't quite an option for me. But yeah, so no, renting's pretty much exactly as it sounds. Now, my apartment I do like a lot. And I think in the area I live, its price is completely reasonable. Is it insanely overpriced? Yes. But that's the area I live, so not much I can do about that. Dude, this Logi fight, I'll give Logi one thing. They got hella HP, man. Holy. They put all of the stats on their HP. Where do you live? That might be the most menacing question you can ever ask. So I know you probably meant it with the purest of intentions, as in like, oh, what state? I'm wondering, because I've been looking at moving to expensive places. Or you're like, if you think it's expensive there, wait till you try LA or something like that. You got to work on the phrasing. You can't just walk up to people and ask where they live. And you want to know how I know that? I've done it to many women at the bar, and every time they kick me out. Every time they say, dude, you can't do that. Where do you live? What is your social security number? And while we're at it, I've just been wondering this for a while since I've started watching you. What's your mother's maiden name? Because, like, I just thought we could all kind of share. And if you were to have a credit card of some sort, what would the numbers on that be? Like if you had to pick 16 random digits. Sorry, 12 random digits. It's 12. Is it? No, it's 4 sets of 4. It is 16. Sorry. Is it sad that I have my entire credit card memorized off the top of my head because I've spent so much money on gacha games? Yes. I'll answer that for you. You don't have to let me know. I'm fully aware how sad that is. However, I do have the whole thing memorized. Whenever I was playing League of Legends, that was another one that I would need my card for all the time because I didn't want Riot to save my card information on profile. In fact, I never like anything saving my card on profile unless I'm signing up for a subscription. And the reason is, I think it forces you to think about the money you're spending when you have to input your information every single time. So it's just a little extra barrier of entry that really, I think, helps a lot in terms of not just overspending. And that's just for me. Not everybody's going to be the same way, right? Some people just don't overspend. But like, for me personally, I see that pop up where they're like, enter in your credit card to spend $30 on Pokemon Pocket in order to open virtual card packs. And I go, you know what? I probably don't need this right now. You know what? I'll probably just get the card that I want. It's just... Yeah. Oh, shit. Okay, we're fine. Dude, I don't know what's going on right now. Your guess is... I'm stunned. Good fucking hit the deck. Okay, I'm just gonna drink one of these. I'm just gonna smile in the face of danger. I mean, now I'm just gonna walk up and kill him. Why are Ludroth chilling with Logia Cruz? I don't know, man. He's employed them. Royal Ludroth wasn't paying well enough. Logi's moved on. Oh, damn. Wait, why are you actually fighting now? I'm sorry. I always hubris at the end. I had a funny joke about time traveling, but you didn't like it. What do you, huh? Wait, did I not? Was it on something? Hold on. Look, I'm not gonna lie, recently my channel has been getting so many comments from a bunch of shorts that I've actually started to miss comments for the first time. So like, if I don't heart one of your comments, I kind of use comments as like a red report, where if I read your comment, I drop a heart. Whoosh. Well, how do I actually, yeah, no, I actually don't get the joke. Fuck, this is my first ever Unk moment. Bro didn't get it. I have a funny joke about time traveling. Wait a minute, I understand. As though, guys, let me explain this to you guys. Hold on, before anybody doesn't understand it, because like that'd be really embarrassing. It might be one of the most simple jokes of all time. Allow me to elaborate. They're implying and insinuating that they went into the future and told me said joke, and I didn't like it, and therefore they went back in the past and went, all right, I shouldn't do that anymore. So that's just in case anybody didn't get it. Like, obviously we all understand it. Wow, this was, I'm sorry. I don't understand how I didn't get it the first time. Honestly, I really did think that like I was being a horrible streamer and I didn't look at everybody's comments. I was like, oh fuck, did I actually miss one? Because some people do get really upset when you don't read their comments. They throw a little tantrum that daddy didn't give them special attention. Which I get. Especially, I've done it before. I've typed something in a streamer's chat and I'm like, wait, my joke was so much funnier than the one the streamer read out and laughed at. What the fuck? That pisses me off when I say a funnier joke and someone says a less funny one that's read aloud. Because I'm like, look, the other guy's joke was fine, but I really do think mine was gas. Like, there's been one time where the streamer read out somebody else's comment and then somebody else responded to mine and was like, dude, yours... They're essentially just like with LOLs, and they're like 4 LOLs responding to mine, and I'm like, all right, you picked the wrong one. Peak parasocial behavior. Yeah. I don't think for me, though, because I just like type jokes and hope that somebody laughs at them. I don't really care if the streamer laughs or not. But I do get a little bit sad when I'm like, you picked the wrong banger. Sometimes I'll see it in chat, too, where somebody else that's not me will type a funnier joke, and I'm like, he missed it. But this joke's got me laughing. I'm over here giggling from the one he's not reading. And that's fucked up. He's got to change. You're so cute. What did I do? Aside from, like, now you got me blushing in my room, kicking my feet and shit, twirling my hair, what little of it remains. If I don't make jokes about balding, I'll get very sad if I do go bald. Well, anyways, Logi needed 3 hits and then we beat him. Really happy we decided the card at the end. It was a conscious choice, by the way. See, because, like, when I didn't get that joke, It reminded me of something, but I feel like I shouldn't bring it up because now I look like I'm on the crowd that didn't understand stuff. However, have you guys ever seen the worst subreddit of all time, which is r/Peter explains the joke? Because, like, hold on. Here, let me go on there right now. Hold on. This is Salt and Slice's first ever live Reddit react. Peter explains the joke. Okay. Here's an example. When in a sci-fi movie, they say it's an element not on the periodic table, and then there's a little reaction image underneath it that says, that's not how that works. That's not how any of this works. And the person who posted it said, is it so unplausible for a new element to exist? Guys, it's not the issue that the element, I can tell you this right now without having to go into the comments. It's not that the element isn't on the periodic table. It's that it was undiscovered prior. However, if an element is found, then it automatically will go somewhere on the periodic table. That's how the periodic table works. That's why it's designed the way that it is, such that we can slot in any elements that are found. So if something's a new element that's previously not on the periodic table, that doesn't work. So that's why you could say it's a new element that was never on the periodic table, but once it's found, it exists. Unless, of course, in your sci-fi movie, you're going for the idea that it's so ungrounded from reality that it follows a different set of rules and doesn't even have different... Anyways, for the most part, it would have to exist. It's probably just karma farming. It has to be. Because some of the jokes people don't get on here... Hold on. Let's scroll down more. All right, so here's one. I'm not going to say this is a very funny joke, but I suppose it counts as one. So there's somebody who posted, men don't appreciate lingerie anymore. And then somebody responded underneath and said, because y'all are wearing it to Topgolf. Now, of course, the joke here is, haha, women are sluts. Is it the most biting edge humor of all time? No. But the idea that somebody could exist who doesn't get that joke. I don't believe you can operate a car. Like, I would like that person to do everybody a favor and stay as far away from any motor vehicle as possible. Because if their neurons could not connect those two, I'm afraid for what would happen were they left to their own actions. I believe it was these guys over here who wanted me to slay the loggy. Okay, looks like I'll just go fuck myself if that's cool with everybody. Never mind. I don't know who I have to report that one to. Unobtainium. Probably the funniest name for a material in a sci-fi movie. Calling the really hard to obtain material unobtainium. Now, we did have an entire discourse about this before. I don't know if I necessarily 100% agree. But they did, you gave me pause, and I'm no furry. What pause did it give me? I mean, scientists, you guys are kind of right. Scientists do name things dumb as hell. Like, scientists have horrible names for things. So I think you've kind of convinced me that if there was a really hard to obtain material, depending on the scientist who found it, unobtainium is very likely a name they would go with. But, like, I still disagree with one of the things that was pointed to, which was Californium. And people go, hey, what about Californium? That's a stupid name. But if you understand the history behind Californium, I don't think it's that dumb of a name. Because it was part of a race between, I mean, look it up if you don't know the history between from how Californium became the name for it. But it does make a lot of sense why that name is what it is. Unobtainium was just like, this guy was phoning it in at work that day. We talked about Pikachu and the neurotransmitter. Yeah. That's why I'm like, I think you guys have kind of convinced me. However, I still do think that his ass was phoning it in when he named it Unobtainium. Fuck. Hold. They're calling him the worst to ever do it. A giant deep sea isopod got named after Darth Vader. I wonder who it's the father of. People pointing to Darth Vader. Dude, it must just... Actually, what did they call Vader in German? Did they change the name? Or is Vader actually not German for father, and that was just like an early internet thing that got spread around and completely was not true? Kind of like the, Marilyn Manson removing a rib to suck their own dick. That just didn't happen. I hate to burst your bubble like this. I feel like telling a kid Santa's not real right now, because I understand that a lot of people take a lot of pride in the idea that, dude, Marilyn Manson did that shit. Unfortunately, he didn't do that shit. Have you heard of Hot Wheels Sisyphus? No. German father is Vater. Okay, Vater. Yeah, okay, so I get you. But there's also umami, the taste receptor for tasty taste. I had a friend in Marvel Rivals whose name for their account used to be Umami Mommy. But then they got pissed off because everybody kept reading it as am I mommy? That's the name of a spider species. Hot Wheels Sisyphus? We must imagine Hot Wheels Sisyphus happy. Otherwise, you would not be living. This guy's a hype one, right? People really like Barioth. I've never fought this guy, ever, in any game. But people really like him, right? Barioth the goat, I hate him. Well, you know. Inside you there are two wolves. Great design. All right, now you have to, Cheems, now you have to type dog shit design. I really want to keep this up. Fight is, okay. Got it. I hate Barioth with every fiber of my being. So, like, how bad of a fight are we talking here? I actually like the design. Okay. Cool. So, I'm just going to greatly extend my invulnerability period when I'm getting up. I both hate and love Barioth. And I love you and I hate you at the same time. I got you. When the fuck Hot Wheels Sisyphus is coined by two Chinese scientists who work in Chinese universities. I'm hoping they just picked their favorite English words and put them together, because that would be so fucking awesome. Just the idea that two Chinese scientists were out there like, I pick one word, you pick the other. Hell yeah. Call Hot Wheels. Hot Wheels, brother, I got Sisyphus. Do you think Sigmund Freud read Oedipus and got to the end and a single tear streamed down his leg? Because that must have been the most beautiful ending he could have imagined, right? I can't, that's exactly what he was going for. It's named for its genitals. I'm not joking. They just look like Hot Wheels. Hell yeah. If I know one thing about Barioth from what I've heard on... What the fuck are you doing here, man? Yeah, I wanted to paintball you before the fight started. Okay. Yeah, you're very Nargacuga coded, huh? Whatever, you're paintballed. I'm using the wrong fucking weapon. Oh, but you actually fly? Okay. Oh, I'm breaking those tusks, because I know you're proud of them. Oh. Okay. Barioth is like Tigrex and Nargacuga. Tigrex might be my least favorite fight in the entire series, so we'll see. No, he's not. Let's be honest here. He's just boring. And I hate the way his attacks are all just walking. God, do you ever fucking stop jumping, man? Do you ever just sit there and take it like a good boy? Whatever, while you're looking at those two, I'm just gonna let you kind of like be as you are. Do you mind? Whoa, quite a tornado. You can, honestly, you can smell a Storm main miles away. This guy definitely plays Storm in Marvel Rivals. No doubt in my mind. Now, we're not using the weapon I'd like to use, but whatever. I don't mind using my goated-ass blast one. It's just not as much damage because it doesn't have the blue sharpness. Why did I sheath there? What am I thinking? Am I high? I don't remember taking an edible. Maybe that's the first step. Maybe that proves that it is working. What the fuck was that? Excuse, did somebody just put you into Photoshop and drag the image across my screen? How did you move like that? That's what I'm talking about, man. That's the drag PNG tag. Wait, how is Oats already dead? Probably from whatever that PNG move was. That's hardly fair. Also from stuff like this where they kind of get frozen and then fucked. Thieves. God, you're obnoxious to hit. Stop with the PNG moving. Ah, fuck. Okay, sure. This singular mound is all that separates me from dying. Okay, my fault. Yeah, don't get edged, though. Okay. So you just go behind. Oh, never mind. I mean, are you having fun, Barrioth? Do you enjoy flying and not hitting me? I enjoy flying and not hitting you. We want to do this for a while? I'm down for it if you are. It feels like a kid who just learned how to jump. Because he is very proud of his jump, for sure. His design is sick, though. I gotta give him, like, full credit to him where it is due. He looks awesome. Don't ask. Don't ask me, I'll never tell. Yet again, I don't know how it didn't hit. Break those tusks. You know he's proud of them. Okay, never mind. Break his wing arms and then he gets disabled? Well, that just doesn't seem fair. I want to fight him at his best like he wants to fight me at mine. He wouldn't take my weapon out of my hands and then fight me. Throw just hands if there was an option for it. Okay, my fault, my fault. Yep, yeah, that's on me. Whew. My, what large tail slaps you have. Garfunkel, he is going to kill you dead. Just so you... Kind of a bastard for going for me when you were targeting Garfunkel. Okay, see you around, man. It was nice to see you around. Oats got two-shotted. Did you upgrade his armor? Yeah, when I first hit high ranks. Are you trying to imply that perhaps I should upgrade it more than once ever? Can you stop with that? Like, you know I don't like when you do that, man. I'm trying to use open and honest communication with him to see if it works. I don't think this fucker cares about my feelings, might I be honest? I think he cares about himself only. Yes, please stop mistreating your cats. All right, I guess that's kind of fair. Do you do Monster Hunter Live next week, Brett? I think so. Why? What's the surprise? Take it like a good boy is crazy. It's all I wanted to do, man. It's all I wanted was you. They deserve better weapons and armor. Yeah, all right, we'll give him Barrioth stuff. I'll just use all the parts for that. It's not like I'm gonna make his armor. Fuck it, I'll deconstruct a Gormagala knocked gem in order to make them Gormagala armor each. The Gormagala set is sick as fuck for the Palicos. I actually might make them that one. But I do need the parts. Did you just add cute to that? What did I add cute to? I don't really know what I'm doing, man. I'm just clicking go live. Honestly, I click go live and the spirit of streaming comes in me. And then from there, we just have a stream for a while. Now, I know what you're thinking. Didn't you say you weren't going to go for his wing arms? Yeah, and then he pissed me off. And then I realized he can lose privileges to him. Just asking. That's the most... People gotta learn how menacing they sound. you going to be walking home alone from the bar next week? I was just wondering. You still have that extra key to your apartment underneath the houseplant out front? Okay. I'm just making sure, Your landline still disconnected? All right. I just wanted to make sure my friend's doing well. Thank God you're exhausted. It's kind of the only time I get to hit you. All right. Back to not being exhausted, No, you're still kind of exhausted. Oh, what a hit. Shit. Fair enough. One good hit deserves another. Oh? Oh, nice. Oh, nice tusks. I mean, that's gotta enrage him. He's still intact. Incorrect. Update. Update the message currently. Just as I said it. Yeah, that's what I thought. No misinformation will be spread on the Salted Slices channel. Did you guys know if you cover yourself in oil in the rain, you can fly? Like I said, no misinformation. Try it. But remember, only certain oils work. Crude oil. Shout out was given to Spoopy Joseph. Hello, Derp the Froggy. Bro, chill. The paranoia hit hard. No, you're good. I just saw a free bit to make out of it. Do you know if you craft a Barioth Palico weapon, it can one-shot Gore Magala? That's just, like, so true, actually. See? Misinformation's illegal. I just said so that must be real. Were you limping or are you exhausted? It's the exact same question I asked my girl after hitting it for 3 seconds. Look, I'm trying to last longer, okay? I'll have you know that that's a 100% increase. Sorry, a 300% increase. About 3 raccoons can fit in the average human back door. So, like, I've heard that that's theoretically possible. Has anybody tested yet? And you might say, who would be crazy enough to test? Well, if we didn't lose the angel that was Mr. Hands, he'd probably go all in for it. Unfortunately, it's over. Yeah, he was so paranoid about being kicked out of his apartment for streaming. Okay, I genuinely was. Look, maybe I need medication. However, you gotta understand, they hit me with threatening emails of 4 friendly reminders. And look, 1 or 2 friendly reminders are fine. Sending me the exact same email 4 times in a row, it makes it kind of seem passive aggressive. Especially because they were within like a minute of each other. Now, it's possible for some reason my name appears on the mailing list 4 times, but that was the only ever message I've got duplicated up like that. That and the one that said don't leave children inside of the storage warehouses. However, I wasn't doing that anyways. I keep my children offshore because it's easier that way. The government can't like trace it as easily. If I just use the place I'm living, of course they'd find it. But I was salted out. I'm good. Had a long day at the 9 to 5, put in my work, put in my hours. And now, I'm hunting some monsters. Some munters, if you will. Hold. Barioth's a little bit pesty today. Do not go enraged again, thank you. My man. I would love to have Demon Riot up, but I think I'm just gonna go Wail on his arms. As much as Demon Riot would be insane damage. Oh. 1 arm crack. Get fucked. Hopefully that causes him to just like trip all the time. Also, why are there Remobras around? It's like a Valstrix is gonna land soon. Or something, haha. Monting some Hunter, I see. But see you beat the hardest of all of them, a corporate job. It is true. My Hunter might be able to destroy monsters in a 1v1, but he's never had to deal with corporate. He's never had to deal with HR after making an inappropriate joke. They didn't know it wasn't a joke. I was just trying to riz. When I said, dang, what do it do? Do it be farting? That was just my best attempt. They didn't have to call HR to congratulate me on it. Rubbing in that I didn't get the date. I get it, guys. Marriott, do you mind? I'm really just trying to heal over here. Like, I don't really fuck with you. Yeah, go get oats. Alright, just gonna drink one of these. Motherfucker moves so fast, I was seeing 2 on the screen. He's just like, oh, are you exhausted? Yeah, fuck you. My turn. Of course you aren't. Alright, fall over? No? Fair enough. But I'm also very excited for the certain happenstances that are going on tomorrow off stream with me and Derp the Froggy and others. But I like phrasing it more that way because then it sounds scandalous. Also, I should have said this earlier, but like when you said oil up and go into a tub, how'd you know about my side gig? I thought nobody would track it back here. Turns out, the internet does leave a trail everywhere. All right, Barry, you versus me. God, do I wish I wasn't on my blast weapon though. Why? It's just weaker right now because we haven't found high rank. We haven't found a high rank Brachydios, so I can't upgrade it at all. Woo! Speaking of things, I threw some real curveballs in there. I saw the Caribou Pirates. And fuck if I remember Caribou's brother's name. I remember what he looks like. Fuck if I remember his name. And fuck if I remember the names of the 2 who combine, or no, they don't combine. There's the fat and the skinny one from the Black Cat Pirates who Zoro beats up. I remember who they are, I just don't remember their names. Now you might say, oh my god, Salted Slices did it again when you're gonna have no clue where the Barioth went. I brought Psycho Serum. Dude, salted buns, isn't that different? Yeah, but I thought people would just think it was like about like hamburgers. I thought they'd think it was like feeder content. Which is why I got so many Nikocado Avocado fans in my DMs. Was he actually skinny or not? When he did the I'm always 2 steps ahead, I just didn't really... Like, I know a bunch of people were saying he's a genius and all that kind of stuff. I just kind of stopped keeping up with it after he did the first video. Because then people were like, he's actually not lost weight. It was all a schemaz. But, no offense, who cares? If he did, good for him. If he didn't, okay. I'd like, he's only ending his own life if he doesn't lose weight. I don't really care. One way or another, that's his life. And like, if he wants to live it that way, enjoy the last 30 minutes of it, man. He doesn't know that 1 McDonald's hamburger is the equivalent of smoking 17 cigarettes. I've got like, I know a lot of people struggle with it, and I'm not trying to say like they shouldn't struggle with it and they should just be good or whatever. However, how do you even get addicted to smoking cigarettes? Because they taste like shit. I understand they are chemically designed to be as addictive as possible. And I imagine if you're even like 2 or 3 deep, you might just be too hooked at that point. But after the first one, wouldn't you just not want to have the horrible tar taste in your mouth, even if you were kind of like craving a second one? Well, I guess I can't really... Maybe it's one of those things where it tastes like shit, but it tastes like shit in a way that's very special. And you kind of want it. I have to substitute it with water. Oh, you mean every cigarette? Yeah, me too. No, every time I want a cigarette, I take a sip of water. That's why I've only been drinking Diet Coke for the last 3 weeks. But I don't know. Again, obviously, I understand that it is designed to be as addicting as possible. Imagine sucking on a peanut. Now swap the peanut for a cigarette. You understand the addiction now? Okay, it makes sense. Yeah, it's disgusting, but I guess it's cool. Yeah, I don't know if I'd force myself through something that tastes like shit to be cool. Replace a cigarette with, like, actually eating feces, and all of a sudden it seems way less cool. It's literally just the nicotine. You get a taste of that for the first time and you're in, just like vapes. Yeah, it's just like, it seems as though it tastes so ass. Granted, I've never done it, so maybe I would try one. You know what? What if we did a stream being like, proving all smokers wrong, this shit's easy as hell. Taking one hit from a cigarette and never having it again and being like, what can I say? What can I say? But yeah, no, I understand that they are definitely chemically designed to be as addicting as possible. However, I don't know, man. If something tastes like ass, again, I've never had the kind of chemicals in there, so. I guess more the question is, how much money did they have to pour in to make it cool in the first place? Because that's got to be such a hard sell. Hey, I know this tastes like shit, and you also look like a... This was during the time where homophobia was running rampant. And they were like, put this little thing in your mouth, suck it. How the hell did they even make that catch on? Whoever did that, I mean... That's genius. Objection, some people like ass. That is true. But I don't think they like the shit in the ass, normally. I'll say no. Look, I don't know everybody. I haven't sampled all ass men on Earth. It would... I mean, that's why I can't do the video, because I could be proven wrong if I'm like, damn, this shit kind of hits. Also, then I'd have to spend so much money on it. I already spent a crippling amount on my Coke Zero addiction. That one, I'd probably say I'm addicted to Coke Zero, man. Is it an issue? I have like 2 a day. They also had pipes. Smoke tobacco in the form of a cigarette. Yeah, but when it was just tobacco you were smoking from a pipe, there weren't as many chemicals, right? So I can see how that one would be... You could spin it to be cool. But when you're sucking on the tar stick... I'm saying that is some insane marketing that they were able to make sucking on a tar stick look cool. That's crazy. Tar stick with extra chemicals to make it kill you faster. And they were like, you need that one. 2 a day is not too bad. Wait until I say 2 2-liter bottles a day. It's not, but imagine. Sometimes I get crazy and I do a 3rd, though. Granted, well, okay. I guess, like, let me be fair to myself. Hold on. Let me look at the size. Because the ones that I drink 2 of a day... Yeah, here it is. I drink 2 of... Hold on. I just downloaded the image. Should be this one. God, please don't be gay porn. Please don't be gay porn. Fuck yeah. I drink 2 of this one a day. The 12-ounce ones. So I have 24 ounces a day. Sometimes 3. So 36 ounces sometimes. I know. He gets crazy. He gets rambunctious. Okay, let's just say my mom doesn't let me stay up too late past my bedtime. But the caffeine in the Coke Zero disagrees. Okay, let's get that one off the screen. Coke is alright. It can cause osteopenia and maybe elevated sugar, but not really that bad. Well, that's why I have the Coke Zero. I know some people are going to say, but the aspartame. However, if you actually look at what aspartame does to the gut microbiome, in the amounts that I'm having it, it's no issue whatsoever. Now, if I were to be drinking 3 12-packs a day or something like that, yeah, the aspartame could really fuck somebody up if they're having that many. Diet Coke is better than Coke Zero. You might be 45 years old, and I hope that your children are having fun at soccer practice. However, I gotta disagree. I think Coke Zero it does something right. Now, you might, to the uninitiated, you'll say to me, actually, Coke Zero and Diet Coke are almost the same thing. Anybody who says that, you know you can just disregard what they're saying, right? Because they're simply wrong. Because Diet Coke Zero is too sweet. That's what I was about to say. Diet Coke's less sweet. I don't mind a Diet Coke every now and then. But for me personally, I gotta go for a Coke Zero. So the main difference, by the way, for anybody who is uninitiated, Diet Coke uses exclusively aspartame to sweeten the food, the drink. Coke Zero uses a blend of aspartame and another artificial sweetener. I can't remember the name of it right now. But you might say, so what's the difference? It's actually a very large difference. The very large difference is, for some reason, and I don't know if food scientists know 100%, I haven't looked into it too much. I just know like the surface level difference. Our brains, when there are two artificial sweeteners, even though I believe per capita, the amount of aspartame plus the other thing is equal to the amount of aspartame that's in a Diet Coke, like gram per gram. When there's a mixture of two separate sweeteners, it makes your brain kind of fill in the blanks and you don't notice the artificial taste as much because it like can't discern it too well from sugar because of the blend. Which is why Coke Zero tastes like Coca-Cola, like the normal one, and Diet Coke tastes like a diet soda. Personally, I like all cocks. Big, small, in the middle, hell yeah. I argue the pipe is even more gay-coded, a bigger thing to stuck with a little head on the end, a tip of, one may call it. Yeah, that's just a penis. I know, and I ejaculate whenever I smoke. I don't know what that means, but I know I do it when I suck dick. Anyways. Okay. What do I have over here? Aspartame, that's an amino acid. But yeah, I guess it gets converted somehow. Yeah, aspartame's like the main artificial sweetener that a lot of the soda companies use. What you got for me? You are aware you have not only helped me, but everyone in the village. Take this as a small token of my thanks. Thanks, man. It's exactly what I was looking for. How'd you know exactly what I needed? I don't like Coke Zero, man. I know it doesn't taste the same as regular. So it doesn't taste exactly the same. But I think a Coke Zero, I think almost everybody would agree, myself included, that Coke Zero tastes close to... Oh, wait, you said aspartate. Yeah, sorry. Aspartame is what we're talking about now. Honestly, my brain filled in the blanks on what you said. Coke Zero doesn't taste exactly like a regular Coke, but it definitely tastes closer to a regular Coke than a Diet Coke does, in my opinion. I do like a Diet Coke every now and then, though, because I do like bitter drinks. And you might say, how come you don't like coffee? Because coffee spelled backwards is EFOC. And, it's a stupid brain. That's one of the original brain rots. I don't know if anybody else saw those videos. The coffee spelled backwards is EFOC. The other brain rot that's been all over my For You page, and I love it so much, is the invincible, we can be bees. This is good news. You'll live as a bee. Like a pet. A pet? A pet. You'll live for 30 years. This is good news. This is insane! I don't know if anybody else has got that on their For You page, or if I sound absolutely fucking psychotic right now. It's Valstraxing time. Oh, I'm Valstraxing my shit to this. Oh. Why the fuck don't you like coffee? Not even cappuccino? So I don't like black coffee. And then I don't like... So I'm fine with the sugary coffees. If somebody else has one and they want me to have a sip. I don't like it on its own just because it's so much sugar for so many of them. So that's... I guess... I don't have a problem with coffees where they add a lot of stuff to it. However, hold on. Sorry, I'm really trying to think this through. Phoning a friend. Somebody tell me right now, should I bring my electric one or my water one? Which one is he weaker to? Probably water, right? He's a jet engine. It's got to be water. It's water. It's water. I've aspartamed it. Anyway, sounding psychotic to immeasurable degrees is nothing new for me. My parents say it to me all the time. Now, Critical eye +3, and I'm currently getting 4 points from that. You might say that that means we should just keep our setup as it is. We're gonna min-max here. Hold on. Set decorations. Do you have a decoration? You do. Is there a quick way to remove decorations? Asking for a friend. The friend is named Salted Slices, by the way, so please tell him. Hold on, guys. Norton, all-in-one security expires soon. Good. You'll be uninstalled from my computer when you expire. Have you fought Valstrix yet? I'm about to, for the first time ever. Thunder, water, fire, and ice are exactly the same for Valstrix. Wow, I really thought water would be the best answer. Okay. Nothing in any of those. Did I take out all of my other slots? I think so. Except unless I have one on one of these, which I might. Hold. There's a reason this matters, by the way. You'll see in a moment. And when you see it, you'll shit bricks. Well, sure, and I shall pass out for the night. Good luck with your artificial sweetener lobbying. One of these days, we will get the salted sweetener on the market. Dude, salted stevia is gonna go crazy when we have the collab. As somebody whose body is 95% artificial sweeteners at this point. In fact, I'm drinking a Rockstar Energy Zero Sugar right now, which, hold on. Carbonated water, citric acid, erythritol, taurine, sodium citrate, natural flavor, caffeine, sodium benzoate. Is there aspartame in there? No, they use sucralose. That's an interesting one. Fun is a strong word. Do we not fuck with the jet engine? Jet engine light on. We'll check it for free. Okay. So this is what we're waiting for. Or sorry, why I wanted to wait and readjust. Because down here somewhere, I should have, because this one's just got expert +4, right? We got one somewhere. Old. Wait, I might just be like a dumbass bitch idiot. Oh, wait, I might be the dumbest man alive. Give me a second. Here it is. Mounting +10. And then we set our decorations, because we can set a decoration here. Boom, expert jewel. We set our decoration. Boom, expert jewel. We set our decoration. Boom, expert jewel. Now what are we missing? 1 expert point. And guess what? We can get it. Because now if I go in here, we are at... Oh no, it's perfect. And now we have mounting the monster. Brother? Yeah? On the equip screen? What about it? What about on the equip screen? What did I do wrong? There's a thing for charms. What are you talking about? There's a thing for charms. I mean, I have a thing for charms, but what am I missing? Oh, press the Y button to remove all decorations. Oh, man, I didn't have to go in. I could have just pulled that shit out easy style. Now, we could go water attack +5, but I don't think I'd be able to get enough water attack with everything else. There's so much delay, I forgot about it. I'm sorry. For me, I wasted my own time. View talismans? But it's the same as just looking at all my talismans, right? In a list. Manage equipment. View talismans. Oh, you know what? That's probably like a little bit easier, because then you can probably just resort it in any way, shape, or form you choose. That's awesome, actually. Yeah, no, that's probably what I should have done. Thinking back, looking back, saying that's what I should have done. Actually, wait, how the hell does it sort this? It just, like, doesn't? Wait, I don't get it. Ah, whatever. There's an option called view. Yeah, no, I see it now. Yeah. I don't really know how the sorting works yet, but, like, that's fine. Once we get more, we can sort more later. Now it is time for bewaring the comet of disaster. Now, if I had to guess, we're not going to card to him a single time, and it's going to be the easiest fight I've ever had. I'm going to put my freezer sack away, as much as I do love playing with my sack on stream. I'm a little tired of that. Sorry for taking so long to tell you. I didn't, yeah, I mean, like, look, I probably should know it if I ever explored the menus. So, like, what element is Valstrix? Because I would have assumed fire. I thought he was going to be a fire guy just because of the fact that he appears to be a jet engine. Dragon. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. Most flagships. What could the jet dragon be? Okay, but like, hold on. Hold on. Because if we're just going to say, like, obviously he's a dragon. Well, hold on then. Because, like, when you go through these, Gravios isn't a dragon, but, like, look at this guy. He looks like a dragon. Gormagala is a type unknown. Don't worry about it. I'm just gonna bring myself a couple of null berries just on the off chance that those are helpful. Gravios is a wyvern. Yeah, but he doesn't use dragon element. But, like, if I showed Gravios to a kid, they'd say, that thing's a dragon. And you gotta operate under the assumption that I'm but an idiot child. Kids are stupid. They're my kind, fucker. We both read at the same level. We both watch the same Minecraft YouTubers. Unfortunately, the Minecraft YouTubers always avoid me and go for them, which is fucked up. I'm older. I'd be able to have a better conversation. I'm mature for my age. Dude, I saw one of the most insane comments of all time where somebody was talking about streamers, right? And they went, this guy's my comfort streamer because he's so mature for his age. And I heard that and thought to myself, is this guy grooming a kid who's a streamer? And then the streamer was a 29-year-old man. That's not mature for your age. That's just being an adult. You pay taxes. Of course you're mature for your age. Anyways, I'll shut up and watch this now. He's so fucking cool. This is exactly the kind of monster I would have made. Holy shit. Wait, he's fucking awesome? Sorry, freaking awesome? I shouldn't swear too much. I have been trying to work on swearing not as much. Mainly because it makes it funnier when you do swear. Anyways. Wait, when you say Asmon is mature for his age? I don't think I'd ever describe any full-on adult as mature for their age. Dude, they throw you right in. They say, welcome to the Thunderdome, bitch. Oh, what a roar. Woo, okay. He uses his wings to actually go for shit. Launches stuff out of them, makes sense. Damn. What if I just went for an early one of these? Okay, he can turn on a dime. This bitch got stick shift. No, because if you say Arcveld's your favorite dragon of all time from Monster Hunter Wilds, play this game. This guy's Arcveld on steroids. He's so fucking awesome. What the hell? Is that a little bit of a disjointed attack that I don't know how I could have dodged? Honestly, I'm gonna shut up. He's shooting Gundam missiles at me. You know what? Okay. Is it the sickest theme of all time? No fucking way. No fucking way. Oh, that is sick as fuck. Holy shit. That is so fucking, oh my god. Oh my god. What a guy. What a guy you are, Valstrix. What a guy you are. I'm just honored it could be me. Holy. Let's get him. Oh my god. I can't wait to see your armor set. I don't give a shit how bad it is. We're joining the Valstrix ranks. Oh, now you're enraged? Oh my man. All right, bad dodge, because we can get punished off of it. Did I bring null berries? I did. Get Dragon Blade off you. We don't want to get one shot. Let's not pose for that long, RKO out of fucking nowhere. What a guy. The armor turns you into a Decepticon. Okay, hold on. Lock in. Let's not read about what armor can do. Let's make sure I'm alive first, Yeah, shoot all of those at Garfunkel. He can take them. I'm sorry, Garfunkel. Your ass was not built for this. He realized he was not built for this. Weaves by just running in a circle. Yeah, you don't have that. Sorry. You do. I should have known. Yep, just kill Oats. Oats, welcome back. I'm so happy to have you as part of the fight. Valstrix just keep fucking him up. You motherfucker. First time I've hit him in 4 minutes. Okay. Oh. Hold. Get in there. That's right, he turns really well. Which does make sense when you think about it. Ooh, good hit by him. I misdodged that. Greedy as fuck. You're gonna get based for that one. You're not gonna get based. That's awesome. Why'd you call it based instead of carded? Cause I'm fucking based in red pill, dude. You wouldn't fucking understand. I think all men deserve all women. And not the other way around. I'm based. Okay. Is this just so fucking cool? Is there ever a moment in your life you haven't aura farmed Valstrix? Like, oh my god, leave some for the other dragons. Fuck, man. Okay, never seen that attack before. When he bursts the ground before him, he's about to grab you with those big meaty claws. Got it. I mean, what's the point of having him if you ain't gonna use him, you know what I mean? Like being cursed to have the largest cock of all time and hating pornography. It's your calling. Okay. You're pausing after that one. Yeah. Get in there. Show him he can't be too comfortable either. Good shape, good sidestep. Remember, the best way to dodge is making it so you don't even have to be in a situation where you are dodging. Be ready. Look for him. Find him. Okay. He's running. Huge. Okay. We can breathe. Holding our breath for most of that. Good shit so far. We're burning through potions, though. He hits like aim. Bad mamma jamma. I was about to swear. I'll admit it. I was. I know that that's messed up of me, and I should do better. Look at how dilute the atmosphere is. Bro, fighting him up there, that's so fucking cool. And his theme, holy, is it the most I forgot to bring food with me. This fight is on borrowed time. Valstrix, you and I, we gotta end this quick. Because somebody forgot to pack their lunch today. Oopsies. Oh, put that theme back on. Oh, you know Daddy's been waiting for this one. Good dodge forward. Get at his jet engine belly. Oh, he hits that. How the fuck did you get over there? Good shit. Okay, okay, good. Stay in there. Whew. Okay, good. Remember, he smacks the ground. That means he wants to use... That's a different attack. That's not his flyback. Dodging it like it's the flyback will only get us killed. Good shit. Stay in there. Stay alive. Oats, for a mere moment, you're going to get your ass handed to you. And I just want you to know, I understand that it's my fault. When you're lying dead on the floor, I will have a singular tear for you. And I will understand. Yep, see you around, Oats. My Palicos don't live long, huh? Don't worry, boys. When Daddy makes the Valstrix armor, we all make it. Oh, shit. Okay. Now, what the fuck is he doing? Oh, he was trying to do something that got interrupted. All right, good shit, good shit. Dodge that shit. What a roar. God, you can tell how strong a monster is by their roar. That's the kind of roar that, like, makes children run away in terror. Ooh, turning on a dime. I keep forgetting he has that on this model. What a dash. Ah, shit. See you guys at cart. Oh. Coward strats. Remember, remember. It's not called cowardice. It's called a tactical retreat. Valstrix, you get the fwick away from me, man. You get the fwick back there. He hasn't used jet dash in a while. He used to spam that. Could you, keep your opinions to yourself? He heard you. He used that shit specifically because you requested it. He was like, if the fans want it. All right. Use a lot of potions. Get back up. There it is. That's the attack that had me. That attack is very fast and very strong. I can totally understand getting very decimated by that one. Now I have to get in on a Valstrix. Good thing I'm sitting here on the floor with my ass exposed to him. And all he has is giant jabbers. What could he possibly do with those? Oh, you didn't go for the second one? Feeling generous today? Or is it fear, perhaps? Fear of what might happen if you try to go for it. Valstrix, when you close your eyes, do you see me? Because I know I don't see you. Okay, I see you. I see you. But I feel very strong. I'm still feeling very confident that I got you. Okay, yeah, turning on a dime. Yep, I understand. Is this attack? No, you were leaving, actually. Did I put back those Psycho Serums like a dumbass? Yeah, all right, someone put me down. Fuck, what a dumbass I am. Why do I even bother, man? What do I always do this shit. I always go, make sure you bring yourself a Psycho Serum because it's going to be very important to find the monster because you always have your paintball wear out at the worst possible times, and I never bring it. All right, I hope everybody enjoys this one. I mean, I'm just going to climb up to the top of the mountain because he just kind of feels like he'd want to go home. Plus, I wouldn't want it to end any other way. I'm not going to pop Demon Riot, though, just in case I am wrong about it. But I've just got a feeling. If I wave to the blimp, will it show me where it is? I doubt it, but it would be awesome. Fuck me. Well, He did the meteor attack on me 3 times the first time I fight him. I like that attack a lot. Why can't I jump off? What's the jump off point? Oh my god, it's all the way over here. Wait, I thought there was another jump off. It's just the one? 4th best monster in the series for a reason, Gaia's Peak. What are the ones above him? Nergi, Lagi, and Xeno. Sorry, Lagi at 3rd, Nergi at 2nd. Valstrix was voted to have the best theme, though. Can I ask a question? Is there a chance that that vote came out during Monster Hunter World's existence and Nergigante got inflated due to the fact that he was the newest flagship monster and the most players knew him? Is there a chance that that happened? I don't dislike Nergigante, by the way. I don't want you to think that I hate Nerg or anything. I think he's a fun dragon. I like him a lot. I think his horns are so sick. I like his design a lot. Would I say he's like the 3rd best second best monster of all time? I don't know about that exactly. Nergigante sucks. What do you not like about him? Because I think his design is very fun. His design I just can't hate on. Nergigante goes hard. I do like his design a lot. It's just like I'm saying, I don't know if I would give him 2nd best of all time. Ah, the open field. You want an open casket funeral, I see. Unfortunately, that shit's going to be closed. Yep, you know what? Never mind. Much like mine. We'll have a dual funeral. One for you, one for me. That hit me? Okay. Oh, good hit. A little bit of a frame drop on my Nintendo Switch there. Don't rush over here with your attack. Things I respect him for. Not using his jet dash to punish me there. He's got it primed and ready. What an attack! So dead, not dead. We're going to be soon, though. Completely out of potions. Don't get ledged. I got ledged! I got ledged and edged. Oh. He would have just dashed to me there. Yeah, I thought he was going to for me, but on the bright side, he still killed me anyways. Playing around ledges is such a double-edged sword that I always play for. Why? Because getting a mount feels so good, but it's so easy to get punished if you get caught vaulting. All right. 1 cart to him. The score is looking in his favor, but it's not 100% in his favor. We've still got our chances and our ways into this. Now, I wasn't able to paintball him, but surely he'll still be here when I walk around the corner. Weaved. Wow. I just really need to paintball you, man. All right, now we can go back to fighting. Supplies have arrived? Yeah, too little, too fucking late, man. Oh, fuck me. Okay, fair enough. Oh! He insta-swapped to anger there. I should have been ready to dodge roll. What we got? Yeah. That's big slash. Why are we sheathing? I really couldn't... New attack. He's got a deflecting palm. That's crazy. That normally costs 1 red, 1 white to cast. Magic the Gathering fans are going to love that joke, by the way. Unless I got the card wrong. I'm not exactly the largest Magic the Gathering fan. I just kind of play Commander casually. Why? Because, like, let's be real. It's the only format that Wizards cares about for a reason. It's the only format that's still got any form of casual fun. If you play CEDH, I don't respect you, somewhat. If you play CEDH and you play normal Commander also, you're fine. Like, if you have low power level silly decks and you like playing competitive, I don't blame you at all, right? It can be fun every now and then to do a CEDH round, but if you're like, what's the point if it's... Hold on. Well, I don't think I noticed this guy bringing out so many new attacks. He's got a big arsenal to him. He's got a big arse. And I don't mind at all. But I killed him with Greatsword. My experience was very different. Are you able to break those, like, hand talents he has? Because I feel like if you could hit them enough, you would be able to. It's just hard to get them. All right. Guys, it's time for my Monster Hunter confession. I need to tell you guys something. I don't think I've been completely honest with all of you. I've played Monster Hunter for a while now. I don't know what the fuck Dragonblight does. I just need it out there that I think it makes you take more damage and deal less damage. But I actually have zero idea even remotely what it does. That is my the assumption I operate under is you deal less, take more. What's true? I don't know. Much like going on Facebook and seeing nothing but AI posts, I have no clue what's real. Woo! Alright. Fuck me. I'm not gonna get one. I am. Weapon power is decreased. That's fine. Oh, he's pissed off again? How many times are you gonna get mad at me, Valstrix? Is that a limp? That was totally a limp. You're going all the way to the top of the mountain, aren't you? You like Krabby Patties, don't you, Squidward? It removes your weapon's elements other than Dragon in Sunbreak. Wait, is that it? So I guess you technically do deal less damage, though, because if you don't have the element on your weapon, you are going to deal less. Okay. So if you just play, like, a straight-up raw build, you're fine? Like, if all you do is raw dog it? Which I've been trying to do for ages. But my husband keeps saying he's worried he'll get pregnant, so... okay. I should have sharpened. What am I doing? Well, no time for it now. Leaves. Yep. I saw that coming. You gonna do it again? No, just gonna shoot missiles at me from across the map. Very brave of you, Valstrix. Very brave of you. And then gonna walk forward again? And do it again? No. Are you gonna run away? Do not run. You motherfucker. You bastard. Get up to your nest and let's finish this, man. Yeah, yeah. Of course it would end this way. It was always gonna end this way. There it is. Okay. Sword mode recharged. Whetstones used. Let's finish this. Lock in, lock in, lock in. It's a marathon, not a sprint. It's a marathon, not a sprint. Don't think it's over just because he's going to sleep. Don't be afraid to use a max potion without dying if we get weak enough. These are the two fundamentals I should remember to myself, because I'm very, very bad about always using... Or sorry, always wanting to preserve my max potions. In fact, drink a first aid med right now. And pull this out and start it by waking him up with one of these. Just enough time? Yes. Okay. Oh, fuck, that was the 2. He hasn't been doing the 2 while enraged, so I placeboed myself into thinking I'd be safe. All right, what are we gonna do? With this much red health? Wait to see what he's doing. Now that is completely new. Pop one of these right now. It's fine to take a little damage. It's fine. Just like not that much. I missed it. No, I didn't. Okay. I missed where you went, though, buddy. Ooh, good shit, good shit. Okay, just one. I don't know what this attack is. Power up all you want. It's not gonna help you where you're going. Oh. What a fight. Oh man, they got me grinning ear to ear after that one. Give me my carbs. We only did twice against you. For me, he did it twice here, and once in the area he started limping. So what's that attack where he starts going starts power grabbing in power? I can breathe. I was holding my breath at the end there. Good fundamentals save the day yet again. Remembering that I have time. And I can fight him on my terms, not his. What a fight. Returning supply items? Shit. I don't need them anymore. Go for it. Take whatever you need. Quest complete. Oh my god. Valstric scale, Valstric scale, Valstric carapace, commendation G. Golden eggs. They know that I just fought someone different. 22-minute hunt. Whew, and it felt like it. Jet driver has been added to the gallery. Your palicos are now able to reach a max level. Halcyon mending was added to the pot. A new cart is available at the trader. The maximum number of palicos you can hire is increased. The level of palicos scouted by palico scouts is increased. Oh, man. Oh, I'm riding a high right now. You gotta give me, oh, I gotta come down off this one. I'm grinning ear to ear. That was, I felt that one in my soul. I really did. Like, I feel ascended after having that happen. Holy. That is a good fight. That is a fantastic fight. Holy shit. Does he have a couple moves that are cheap? Yep. His dash move is very cheap. His comet move is very scary, but at least for me with the dodge that I have, it's not too bad. I can imagine if you don't have perfect dodge, though, you kind of just have to take a guess on which way is your Superman dive to try and live. But man, is that good. Oh, it looked a bit touch and go for a while. You talking about when he sent me back to the base camp with my tail between my legs? Yeah, it was a bit touch and go, man. Oh? Well, imagine. And with that, I believe we have now beat the final boss of the single-player story. Oh, hold on. Sorry, the AMV fans got there. Is this song copyrighted? If it is, I know it's his fault, man. I know the chef was the one who claimed the copyright for it. He just seems like he'd be protective of his own intellectual property. Is this what Valstrix was trying to, like, keep from happening? Yeah, now I feel like a winner. Before, when I was riding a high in my soul, what the fuck? I can't. I don't know. This is it. Honestly, every time the cat's on screen and Valstrix is a hero, we just didn't know it. J. Jonah Jameson ass. He was a hero. I just couldn't see it yet. Perfect for you. What do you mean by that? What do you mean this is a perfect reward for me? Because I'm seeing 2 children on my screen. And unless you're talking about the fat cat performing, in which case you are correct. I feel a little bit of a kinship with him. You should play Monster Hunter. It's peak. The peak in question. No, hell yeah. No, this is awesome. If this shit does get copyrighted claimed and muted, Capcom, why'd you put it in the game? If I get a copyright strike on my channel because children were singing, I'm gonna be pissed off, man. It'd be like if I listened to Baby Shark and they shut down everything I've ever known and loved. They're legal, brother? I don't need to hear that. That's a head thought. Oh, we get a little theater. Monster Hunter Generations, all staff. Well, see, well, because obviously I care a lot about the people that made the game. And kind of like skip button. Not that I'm saying Yoshitake Suzuki doesn't deserve the praise. That was the first name I read on there. Tutorial finished. What the hell? No, that was the end of high rank, I think. Now, they give me Commendation G stuff, but still. I mean, we've got to farm Valstrax's armor. Good? Bad? I don't know. Does he know? That's true. We do have Guild Hub to do still. That's going to be rough to do solo. They're going to have a lot of hell. Tutorial done. Oh my god. Wait, now 2 people have said it. Wait, now I'm actually the Joker picture. Does he know? Sorry, it was the Riddler. It was the Riddler. But it was from Batman, so, like, it still counts. Who was the actor that played the Riddler? Hold on. What was the most recent one even called? Was it... It was not Batman Beyond. Was it just called Batman 2023? Paul Dano. That's who it was. Is the Riddler LGBTQ? The Riddler is confirmed to have romantic feelings for both women as well as men. For him. Riddle me this, Batman. Did I put it in a man or a woman last night? Go on, Brucey. What mental illness does the Riddler have? Oh, AIDS? Well, that's fucked. That would have been so funny, though. Dude, Google's auto questions are so funny. By the way, we do just have to sit here through it, so I hope you guys are enjoying the little paper theater they're putting on for you. Did I miss Valstrix? It was a hell of a fight. You didn't just miss Valstrix. You missed 2 anime women followed by everybody else dancing for me for beating Valstrix. So good. I mean, wait, was the caravan leader there? I didn't even see him. He better have been. If the caravan leader wasn't throwing it back for me, I don't care anymore. Until we see him, the caravaneer, throwing it back for me, I don't care. I'm at work. I mean, yeah, I'll say you probably should be doing that, you know, making your living over watching my stream. I'll give you that. Time for G rank, or as I like to call it, Grank, because every time I read it, that's all I can think of. Leading Quee, thanks, man. Well, there sure are a lot of credits, huh? Many such cases. Holy, I'm just thinking about the theme. Oh, brother. Oh my god, that might be... Is it sacrilege? Hold on. Is it sacrilege to say that I might like Valstrix's theme more than Proof of a Hero? Unless it is proof. It's not. Is it? Hold on, because now in my mind I can't remember what Proof of a Hero sounds like. No, it's definitely not. Yeah, I think I do like Valstrix's theme more. It's not? Yeah, that's what I thought. That's what I thought. But in my mind, can't you hold a button to make it a little faster? Doesn't look like it. I'm holding every button on my controller. Every single one is being pressed. Maybe B or select. I'm contorting my hands and... Alright, I didn't press that one yet. That's true. But I don't think it's gonna help. I'm holding everything I possibly can. Oh, man. I don't care about Proof of a Hero. It is a smidge overhyped, huh? Now, I still like the theme a lot. I haven't actually fought him in the game. In fact... Hey, can I ask a question? Is Fatalis in this game? Because I've never fought Fatalis before. Because I didn't play Iceborne, so I never fought Fatalis in World. So, yes, Fatalis is in this game. So we'll also have my first ever Fatalis fight on here. All 3 versions. Yeah, I know all of the versions of Fatalis, so like you don't even have to bother telling me. Well, I hope you guys are enjoying me going through there. But Teostra's theme, Chameleos' theme, and Kushala theme. I have only fought Kushala Daora in World, where, no offense to Kushala, they got kind of fisted. World next. Well, apparently we still have a fuck ton of content in this game that I haven't fought through yet. So we've got to at least hit the end of G rank in this game. And then we can go... Which one will be next? World, I've only played through the base. There's Crimson Fatalis and White Fatalis. Crimson Fatalis I've heard of before. That's true. I did know that one. I did know that one. White Fatalis? That must be what Zoshia is based off of, right? In Wilds. At least largely in part. I think. But I don't know which Monster Hunter game we'll do next. Honestly, can I ask you guys a question? Would you be down when the collab drops for me to unlock the Akuma armor and Akuma fighting stance in Wilds and do an entire playthrough using nothing but the gestures and emotes to see if we can beat Wilds using nothing but punching the enemies with Akuma attacks? Because I think that could be really fucking fun. Like, just base low rank game. We might do high rank if I really enjoy it. But I think it looks so fun, because as far as I'm concerned, Akuma's fists are the 15th weapon that's officially being added. And I know Magnet Spike and Tonfas, but they're only in... Yes, shut up, little child. Hold on, I have to go look at the armor I just unlocked. MH4U is next. I'd have to set up an emulator for... I mean, get my PlayStation Portable ready. Whew, that was a close one. The fucking best armor of all time has landed. Okay, probably shouldn't have started by looking at the faults. Shigeru Megara scales, huh? And lance wings from Valstrix, so you definitely can break them. That's gonna be a hard one to get. Lance Wings X2 and Kushala Daora. What are your skills? Skills that increase elemental resistance and attack when Dragon Blade is contracted. Okay. That doesn't seem bad. Now, Expert Minus, though. That's rough. But you look so fucking awesome. Look at this. Holy. And you mean to tell me we live in a world, an unjust society, where people don't just constantly say bring Valstrix back? This is the coolest monster maybe ever. I didn't even get the parts needed to see what his legs look like. That's crazy. Look at the weapons, man. If we even have the parts to look at them. Oh. God, that's the Gorgonzola axe. Purple sharpness on this bad boy. I know it's... What am I... What the fuck? Anyway. Whoa! Oh, I am a fan of this one. And look at that sharpness. Holy. Okay, we gotta check out the other ones. Yep, there's your Chiliac. Sure. Now, is that not downright gorgeous? Is that not just absolutely sexual in every single meaning of the word? This is awesome. That's so sick. Now that, oh, that's so fucking cool. Oh, hey, he also has a Barioth weapon. Barioth weapon looks pretty sick. That's so cool. Oh, wait, no, it's this one. Yo. Also, I fuck with the Gravios one, honestly. I've seen this before, but I don't think I've seen it in newer gens, or at least in, Wilds. The sword part of it is just gray. This looks so much cooler. Why'd they just make the sword completely gray? I like this way more. Oh, but it's element fire, not blast. That's weird. In Wilds, it's a blast weapon. I fuck with that, too. God, Sword and Shield has such cool ones. This, I don't know. Did you see the sharpness? The sharpness is so fun. I like it a lot. I don't know if this is a basic take or not. This is one of my favorite Sword and Shields of all time. I love the Celtis Sword and Shield so much. I think it looks so cool. It's so simple and clean. Kind of like the way that you're making me feel tonight. It's hard to let it go. You're giving me... You know what I mean? Any Kingdom Hearts fans out there? I fuck with this one, by the way. I like a hammer that looks like it hurts. And this hammer looks like it kills, man. This hammer also looks like it kills. It has spikes on it. Never mind. But, like, this one, I don't know. That one looks like it would fucking decimate. See, like, that's what I'm talking about. Oh. Well, that's weird. Because in Monster Hunter Wilds, this is what you get from killing the Gravios. And this weapon doesn't exist. But that doesn't make much sense. Because does that mean if they added Basarios would give you the Shell Hammer instead? That doesn't seem right to me. Maybe it's only in this game that they're, like, different like that. Oh, okay, the Hunting Horn is so peak. I already know those engines would light up. That's so sick. God. I miss Hunting Horn having fun designs. Hunting Horn in Wilds, I'll say it. It's got such bad designs. If no one else will say it, I'll say it. Hunting Horn in Wilds. Like, that's gorgeous, man. That's so cool. Sorry, I'm a fan of Hunting Horn. I really like Hunting Horn. I love the Gormagala one. This one is in Wilds, but Gravios one's so... Or not Gravios, sorry. The Glavenus one's so sick. It's so fun. God, we fuck with the Hunting Horn on this channel. I still love the frog. He knows what you did, man. He knows. He's well aware. That's so fucking awesome, man. There's so many really good-looking ones. The Gunlance is pretty sick. I'm never much of a Gunlance fan. I don't know. I respect people who play it. I have a friend who mains it. Let's see what this one is. Yeah. Yeah, that's kind of what I thought it would be. But that is pretty sick with it. And the Flaming Halberd. I mean, Insect Glaives are so fun. What are we going to do when they actually add another weapon? This is not the one I meant to see, but that's pretty sick. I mean, like, again, I've said this point before, much to the ire of some people in chat. I'm just not huge on a lot. Okay, I'm huge on this one. The Ketchawacha one being like a mini Uzi is kind of awesome. But I'm just not huge on a lot of them. That one I like. That's pretty fun. The triple barrel at the end, that's pretty fun. Yeah. Okay. You know what? I was not familiar with your game. Heavy bowgun. You've got a couple good ones. You got a couple actually awesome ones. Okay, I take it back. And you know what? Heavy bowgun gets a pass from me. Fine. Fine. I'll admit it. Heavy bowgun players, you're onto something. Light bowgun players, you actually might not be onto something. Heavy bowgun has some fun designs. Light bowguns, they still kind of feel samey to me. I don't know if it's just me. It might be. I mean, like, whatever. People play what they want. I'm not going to stop them. The Valstrix bow actually doesn't feel that cool to me. I'm not huge on the bow for sure. What do they do for the bow to make it balanced by the fact that, like, you don't have sharpness? But that's true for all of these, right? They must just be insane when you don't have sharpness, right? Well, I guess I don't know how, like, the ammo types and loading them up works, or versus how many coatings you're allowed to bring for each weapon. I don't know if they limit that or anything. Let's see what we have to say here. We've received even more requests. They're coming from all over the place. Remember, Team Soratorium is with you, so let us know. The quests are waiting for you at the quest counter, so pick them up at your leisure. I wanted to give you this as a token of got it. Soratorium ticket has been sent. Receive the Comet Earring and new Poogie costumes. Well, let's look at this. You now have 10-star quests. Slay a Valstrix or repel it. Hunt the Seregios. Hunt the Diablos. Ray Zhang. Oh. We've got some hunts ahead of us. So the highest charge might be insane, but lower charges suck. Oh, okay, yeah. Let me peep it. Yeah, I don't think it's out of the question completely if I'd enjoy the bows and range gameplay. And, like, maybe I should give it a try and be fair. Charge shot. Level 1 is Pierce level 2. Level 2 is Rapid level 2. And level 3 is Pierce level 3. Okay. So let me compare that to something else. No, it seems pretty standard. Which is nutty when you look at its base. It's got such good base. Oh, the Kelby Slingshot's back? Oh, the Kelby Slingshot has returned. How hard did they nerf this to make it so it's not like the best weapon in the game anymore? Because I remember in Tri, people were complaining that the Kelby Slingshot was way too good. It's crazy to see how much I had to go through to kill him. Wow. He really did take a whole fight, huh? 3 empty slots in my inventory, all for healing items. I gotta hand it to Valstrix. He fucked me up. That was the first sufficient thrashing I feel like I've actually received from a monster. And you might say, didn't you triple card to Zinogre? I did triple card to Zinogre, but the difference was my play against Zinogre was just bad, and I didn't bring any max HP potions, so I was on no HP when I went back to fight him for the other times, and he just happened to be able to kill me because I had under half my normal HP. I was playing full HP the whole time against Valstrix, and he was fucking me up. So, you're gonna think I'm flicking your balls a little bit here. I'm gonna end stream here, so that next stream, we've got some fun hunts to get into. I don't want to do any of these yet. It just feels wrong to do any of them right now. Feels like putting the cart before the horse, you know what I mean? I want to start next stream by being able to dive into all of those high rank ones. Also, because I'm starving for food. That might be the main reason, I won't lie. What was the one I was looking at upgrading? Was it you? No. There's one that I wanted to upgrade, and all I needed was a Wrath Medulla for it. All I needed was a Wrath Medulla. All I needed was this one. And then we'd have the Seregios one upgraded. The Seregios one looks really good. I fuck with it heavily. Like, I understand it doesn't have an element to it, which kind of sucks, but it also sharpens itself. Awesome, I look forward to it. Yeah, I think it's such a good stopping point for tonight because we've got pure gasoline for next time, all right? Don't tell the US. They'll be on their way, please. They'll say that, like, actually my apartment building was promised to them 4,000 years ago, and, like, this is their holy crusade to get it back. So I don't let them know. But sorry, I had to yawn. We are going to be ending stream there. Thank you guys so much for coming out. I hope you had a great time watching. I had a great time playing and streaming and talking. I will see you guys Saturday for something, but I don't know what yet. Peace.